Welcome everybody to the PS4 Tournament's Open Series. We're doing Soulcalibur 6 this morning, working things on the EU side. I'm Ebonic Plague and I'm joined here by Katana Prime. We were absent last month, but we're back and we're ready to get it in as we see some familiar faces here in the bracket today.
Yeah, disappeared. Had this little thing called the baby, and you know, had to
pretty important.
Yeah, make sure I didn't miss the most important moment of my life. But another huge importance to my life is just fighting games and everything that comes with it as we work through this open series. So unbelievably just happy. All right, EU, because it's early, depending on what coast you're in, what time zone you exist in, and you know what I like to call this. This is Rufus in the morning. All right, it's one of my favorite times of day, and he's made it once again. But before we jump into that, let's hit you with a recap of what's been going on in the Open Series.
So last month right here, we saw that SC Yin versus bboy-skyzo was in the grand finals. This was a little bit different than we're used to seeing in the Open Series. You know, we've seen bboy-skyzo a couple of times in grand finals, but normally, you know, it's in conjunction with either Keev or Rufus, right? Neither of them were present last month, and so we got to pave a new champion.
Really different here, right? They say you always need to watch a throne. Well, okay, if the king isn't sitting atop, somebody's going to take that opportunity, right? It takes you back to the times where you would just see thrones, just symbolism as a child, and you always just want to sit in and feel like a king. Well, here in the Open Series, you can show up and do it. And seeing bboy-skyzo, man, he tried. He fought valiantly, but it just wasn't enough. Yin being your champion for the month of March, and it's just clean play. Again, we talk about the different characters and what they provide in terms of moveset and approach to matchups, and you're looking at one of the most fundamentally sound characters in the game.
Yeah, most definitely. Yin, though, again and again, every time they show up to the Open Series, they make waves, right? They put a dent in people's fantasy brackets, and if you're somebody who's been following Soulcalibur 6, you already knew the name, right? Like, you already knew that they were strong, and so it's not too big of a surprise. But when we have such a consistency with our brackets, that's the person who makes it all the different.
Well, speaking of consistency, it doesn't get much better than Keev, right? This is thin air, only reserved for him and Rufus, winning 2 out of the 4 weeks in the month of April. No surprise to see him sitting atop as the #1 seed in the finals. It's just a ride. Again, bboy-skyzo, someone who flirts with grand finals time and time again. Definitely not a stranger, but hasn't done as much as a Keev or Rufus, right? Sam's a name you're seeing in here for week 2. Unfortunately, not making it to the monthly final, but it is Yin, last month's champion. We've seen a repeat once. Will we see another one?
Yeah, so I mean that puts actually all 3 of our regular champions here in the Open Series in this one bracket right here. We have Keev, we have Rufus, and we have Yin. Oh no!
Just taking a look at the bracket, man. I got my eyes on Patrick, all right? Real names, no gimmicks, all right? I don't need a fancy schmancy gamer tag or whatever these kids are doing nowadays, all right? My parents named me Patrick, and I'm going to make that name a household one here in the Open Series. But this is why we play the game. It's going to be going up against Fanlee, crowd favorite. Definitely one of those, you know, mains you've been playing your whole life. And then Nin, also, don't sleep on them. You've seen them time and time before. And Anthemisthy is just new. They are looking to shake things up. But how about this? You're going to have to go through champions back to back to back if you are looking to make the grand finals on the upper side of the bracket.
Yeah, no slouches here, and there's a reason for that. We got some excellent prizes here in the Open Series for these monthly finals. The prizes are increased, right? So for the monthly finals, it's going to be first place $400, second place $300, third place $200, and fourth place $100. Every match that you play once you get into fourth place is another $100 in your pocket. So basically bringing out everything just for bragging rights is not enough, right? You're bringing out everything for more than that.
Yeah, I want to do the finger math here, right? Because I'm pretty sure that anybody who owns a PlayStation is eligible for this prize money, and it costs you 0. All you have to do is sign up at compete.playstation.com. You can jump into the website or do it directly from your PlayStation's dashboard under the Soulcalibur 6 tab. And it's just a wonderful opportunity, especially to any of you who may be new to the Open Series, checking us out for the first time out there in the land of the streaming world. Definitely take the opportunity if you feel you've got what it takes. Or if not, the only way to get experience is to actually sign up. And it's a wonderful stepping stone. It costs you nothing. You do it from the comfort of your own home. And a hint from somebody who's been playing fighting games forever. You don't have to wear like pants or anything like that. You just get super comfy. You know, as long as you are decently happy in your own skin at home, come and win some money.
Yeah, and just as a reminder, now everybody that made it to one of these monthly finals here on the broadcast today has gone through one of those weekly qualifiers, right? So if you're hitting up compete.playstation.com and you're trying to enter in one of these games for one of these tournaments to make it to one of these broadcasts for these great prizes, you are going to go through one of the weekly qualifiers. The second you qualify, you are in one of these monthly finals, and you can show your stuff here, and we can be the people, you know, talking about your name, telling everybody how good you are, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many different routes you could take. It's just crazy. So coming up next, man, first match, we have Keev against bboy-skyzo. These are two staples of the Open Series, both representing France. If you know anything about this event, the first rounds in the EU portion, you're going to deal with some Frenchmen, all right? You're going to sit back and watch and enjoy the show of some fire Soulcalibur people who just understand this franchise and have played 10, 15. Some people have been here from the beginning, 20 plus years. It's just insane how much legacy this game has, and it's always set up for good storytelling.
Yeah, this is actually one of the craziest matches that we could have gotten. Round one, first match of the day to start everything out. Like, if you're not awake now, you're definitely going to be awake after this one, because these two we have seen, I think the very last time we watched these two fight was in lower bracket finals the last time, right? And you guys are going to see Keev right here. This player has the legacy that KP was talking about.
Yes.
This player has been around for a hot minute and has been winning so many different things. You can just see in the win ratio right there. 92%, 78 and 7.
That is just video game stats. And oh yeah, it is a video game, by the way, so it totally works in this context. A man who has no age, no stream, nothing, right? You see how people are gonna wake up? Well, you'd love to wake up from a nightmare any given time, and that is what you are going to get from Keev in the front lines every single week, in, out, from a backyard local to the main stages around the world. He's going to be going up against bboy-skyzo. 30 plus, gang. You see us, you know. There's still some flair, and the reactions haven't gone down just yet. But, again, no socials, no stream, just chilling, just showing you, hey, I have the talent. I like to put it to the test, taking advantage of the opportunity. And while it's not quite 70 plus wins, that 62 and 16 is nothing to scoff at all as well.
Yeah, not at all. bboy-skyzo is somebody who is a staple, just like you were talking about, within the upper echelons of brackets in the Open Series. They pretty much always make top 4, I believe. Yeah, I would have to go back because I am hard pressed to remember a time they didn't make top 4 that they entered, right?
Imagine being that good, right? Oh yeah, PlayStation's Open Series. Let me sign up against literally everybody in my region. No big deal. Yeah, I'm gonna get top 4. I'm just that nice. So
walk away with some money every time,
right? To sign up and take these legends down. I don't know what will. There just has to be that hunger for more on the inside that says, okay, I know where the aim is. Let me see how good I can do it. Again, it costs you nothing, so make sure you take the opportunity to sign up as we head towards the character select screen. Beautiful stuff. Again, no surprises from Keev. We know we're gonna get. You're gonna get Nightmare, and then Skyzo, same thing as well.
Sophie, yeah, right here. So this is a matchup of just like big bruiser brawler man Nightmare versus the character that we consider to be neutral personified, right? Like, she is incredible at basically playing the poke game, where she either keeps you out through those or she just kind of outpaces you up close and personal, right? She's not much faster than everybody else, but she is much better at doing it than most characters, right?
Yeah,
so here we go, first game.
Yeah, both these characters take advantage of is the great damage burst they can get when they get those huge punishes. And I mean, you have to just watch out. It gets very devastating. When Nightmare has that Terror Charge active, it is next level, and he definitely lives up to his moniker. So there's the big launch there, playing near ring out territory. Very scary. Soulcalibur series, you could be doing well, defeating your opponent, have a 90% health lead, and it could all be over in an instant. So stage positioning, very important aspect of the game as well.
Absolutely, but Keev running forward right now. The life totals are incredibly even so far, and oh, just barely got away with it. Backed up, and then was able to catch bboy-skyzo, probably trying to move out right there. Not a lot of life, and that was mad close for a first round.
I mean, we're gonna call it, you know, barely when you have the range of the Soul Edge. I mean, that sword is gonna be wrecking homes in these games forever, right? So trying to play the up-close game, trying to angel step his way in, but Nightmare having none of it. Huge wall of despair just out there. And Keev, although in control, nothing too crazy. Big launch, terror charge activated, gonna stay up top, apply the pressure. You're trying to see some pokes coming out from Sophie, but it's just not enough. Too much big damage, a stomp to follow, another stomp, and then the mid kick on the third time is the charm. Mix-ups galore in the most basic of forms.
Yeah, quite literally stepping on the toes. And Keev was taking advantage of the fact that he had a terror charge to scare bboy-skyzo into standing up. Because when Nightmare has a terror charge, you're looking to block mid, right? So you're looking to stand up and block because that's where the most damage comes from. So Keev just instead steps on the toes, gets the damage where he needs it, and closes out the round nice and easy.
Absolutely, just a hint of conditioning, baby. You can't be great without conditioning. And there's the scoop, Flapjack back towards the corner. Sophie does not have much space. Gets him to whip a whole string, but no follow-up on the failed attempt on the launch punish. Soul attack is going to activate it up, take her time. Sophie, yellow guard gauge, so she can't block too much. However, you don't want to get too aggressive. An errant hit from a Nightmare here could result in a round-ending combo.
Oof, well, I mean, Nightmare's making the way in right there, get another soul attack in, and that could very well be it. No, just barely, but the mix-up afterwards, and Keev is going to take it, despite the fact being behind in health. We earlier talked about how Nightmare is the personification of damage. Yeah. That life bar got obliterated to make it even.
Did you see how menacing Keev was to stay in that crouch position, like sitting over the body, almost like he was trying to give respects to the murder that just happened, right? It's just slice, boom, big soul edge, right down the head, split down the middle, and while Sophie's just dying, lying there as a corpse, Nightmare's just like, yeah. That's one down, by the way. 2 more to go.
Hey, look, I don't care who you are. You get hit by that thing and you're going down. It doesn't matter who you are.
Can we get a live-action Soulcalibur? No, let me not get carried away too much. Could you imagine the props on the set for making like so? I mean, granted, with modern, you know, skill levels, these things will be light enough to wield, but I don't know. Don't let the fantasy get away. Right now, it's just 1-0 in favor of Keev as we go into this game 2. This is not a secret. This is not something that isn't commonplace, right? Keev puts in work, and we usually see him in a grand finals position. This seems to be step 1. Let's get into it. See if Skyzo can answer.
Yeah, so one thing I want to mention though is like one of the times that these two have met in bracket, bboy-skyzo actually took down Keev when Keev was in the middle of the unstoppable streak, right? Was just one of the only people who had never been taken down. So it's not like it's impossible, but it's definitely an uphill battle every time you run into him. Yeah,
it's the crazy thing about the Open Series. It's wildly consistent, right? It's pretty good to go with the smart money here, and Keev is definitely some of the smartest money you could have. But again, this is why we play the game. The beauty of fighting games is that anybody can be great, right? There's no barricade that says you can't show up and just do it. And with each match, as we get closer, bboy-skyzo, pretty dominant round right there, very clean, and showing shades of the previous time that you speak of where he took Keev down.
Yeah, that was a lot of interrupts right there on the stance transitions from bboy-skyzo. Just recognizing pretty much anytime Keev was trying to move forward on block and not having it, right? I mean, at the very end, just kind of using the twin angel step B to be able to get around it. Throw escape here, and there it is. Yeah, that's one of the things that you have to watch out when you fight Nightmare is the drill.
Well, that was a little bit. It was a little tip. It didn't do too much. We're not worried about it. We got the shield that protects us from everything. Throwing out a GI, trying to get a little snappy early on with the reads as the first round was full of them. Oh my God, turn around the back throw. It's pretty hefty damage. Some of the greatest single hit damage you can get in the game. And I'm getting to the button first. You love to see it. Reads are taking Skyzo a long way here in game 2.
Yeah, and I mean, this is like the adjustment from the first game, right? You recognize that you were in a situation where the stage was really small from the first game, and in this one, it's not the case. You have much more room to play with to be able to get around Nightmare and to force him to walk forward into your traps. And bboy-skyzo is taking advantage of that left, right, and center.
Damn. Okay, take advantage of this. Big lethal hit. Let me take it off. Give me the terror charge to stay on top. bboy-skyzo was also taking advantage of the full 60 seconds on the clock in that round, not forcing anything. Even though he got the kill about 3 seconds on the clock, he's shown that he's ready to slow down the tempo and change it up as you see Keev switch gears to a more aggressive shift here in this round. Trying not to catch it, but the same move, baby. If it works, don't stop doing it. That is conditioning 101. They are who we thought they were, and bboy-skyzo did not let Keev off the hook that time. You want to eat this mid? You're trying to keep moving? I got you, bro. Thanks a lot for the data.
Yeah, that is one of the best moves in this entire matchup for Sophitia. That move was originally incredibly strong before patches happened, before Nightmare got some buffs, and it is still strong. It's not as crazy, but it is still really good because that move is, for those of you who know frame that, it's only -12 on block. And Nightmare, well, he's only got one move that has that amount of speed, right?
Yes.
So it's unfortunately really difficult for Nightmare to deal with that move in general, because not only is it hard for him to punish, but also it's really good at tracking movement. If you're trying to sidestep, it's a horizontal. It catches you trying to sidestep, right?
You know how something's so good, you know, we refer to her as Sophie just effortlessly all the time, but it's so much respect on her name demanded from that you had to call her Sophitia. You made sure that you got the full government of whatever body was going on at these times, people just stealing swords and trying to end the world, and then Aswell showed up, right? Whatever the governing body is, you respected it, so that move must have some serious utility.
Hey, bboy-skyzo definitely commanding a lot of respect as we go through. Only just now, Keev being able to get some damage right there, but still, bboy-skyzo not relenting, pretty much getting close up into the wall, and you're seeing a ton of that 6-6A and a ton of the low kicks just to be able to get around anything Keev does, but finally, counter hit.
Yeah, small hits now piling up for Keev as bboy-skyzo looks for the big launch. Doing extremely well up close with those flapjack throw techs, not trying to get back to the corner or any extra damage that he can cack on. And how about another duck right on cue, talking about throws and tagging them. Why don't you just avoid them altogether, Skyzo? And that is now 4 straight rounds. It might not seem like much. However, we know how ugly steamrolls can get.
Yeah, and that's a great way to start a steamroll right there, is to catch somebody's guard impact with an impact counter. There's another duck on the throw right there, but a tech right back at you again.
Every time. It's almost like Skyzo is just, he has us in his ear. He knows. Commentary pickup, beautiful with punish, the perfect amount of spacing. Angel steps, kicks, and you have to pop this just to get some space. Keev in trouble here.
Yeah, well, I mean, Soul Charge can make it not a lot of trouble for Nightmare because he is in a permanent Terror Charge state when he is in Soul Charge. But the great step right there and the perfect punish from bboy-skyzo.
Did not even matter. Whatever gods he prayed to allowed him to escape the lightning, but what he didn't realize is that Sophie also had enough space from that position to whiff whatever follow-up came from Keev. Big time combo damage at the end, as we talked about at the beginning of this set. And man, Sophie's just looking extremely strong. bboy-skyzo playing grand finals type of gameplay here in the first round of winners.
Yeah, we talked about how this was basically the craziest match we could have gotten just to start out the day, and I mean, it's delivering right now. It's only one apiece right now too. Wow, ducks under the duff, okay?
Yeah, no, that's just straight up cheating. Let's just call it what it is. All right, Skyzo is going deep in the bucket of hit boxes and hurt boxes, all right? He knows the game a little more than he needs to know, but he's going to eat this CE. No, he's not. Block in time. Wow, the recovery.
I wonder if that was intentional from bboy-skyzo because, you know, I mean, did a move that very specifically recovers quickly, and oh no, a missed input from Keev right there is unfortunately going to be the death of him for that, and bboy-skyzo is now up 2-1.
Oh, unfortunate missed input. Sir, you've been a long-time member of the fighting game community. I have you know that in the Bible of the FGC, right, in chapter 3, verse 4, it says, and I don't need my glasses for this one, the glasses I don't even wear, we take those. All right? Your opponent messes up in any capacity. Their controller dies. They get a missed input. Somebody bumps them. That's not your problem. That has nothing to do with you. You are just the opponent on the other end of the character select screen. And Skyzo taking advantage. You saw how quickly that punish came out, right? By the way, 6 straight rounds for Skyzo. I mean, it is a one-player game right now, and that's not how this open series is supposed to go. You buy all the like fantastic Sony exclusives if you want your single-player joints, but this is a, you know, this is a multiplayer title.
I mean, I guess if you check the back of the box, it clearly says one-player bboy-skyzo, right?
Skyzo did not get the memo as we continue on into game 4. It only feels like 2 games have passed because whatever Keev did to take game 1, it has simply been wiped away in the history. We don't remember it because Skyzo's been so dominant.
I mean, I actually did want to talk about that because this stage exudes one of the things that may have been a factor. However, Skyzo is making it a non-factor. The first game that Keev won was actually on the smallest stage in the game. This stage is also pretty small, right?
Yeah,
so it meant that Keev could kind of keep the pressure going indefinitely, but bboy-skyzo has turned that around, right? Like the pressure that Keev showed before, it's now bboy-skyzo's pressure.
Dare I say Keev has been downloaded? My man did not get the tech on the second piece of the throw. He is getting launched. Everything is working for bboy-skyzo. My man has ascended to heights that seem even more impressive than his grand finals appearances that we've seen in previous months.
Well, I mean, Keev trying to fight back, changing up the style a little bit, has been not exactly going to buttons as often as possible, but there, the grab was ducked under, and that is a punish. This is going to be good extra damage.
Oh, close your eyes.
But not going to kill.
Lightning Strike's going to get the follow-up. The Oki here has advantage for the first mix-up, looks for the launch, but the, the soul attack, charge to get up out of that. I'm just so crazy losing it, and Keev has finally stopped the bleeding. Whether or not this is just a band-aid or he's just got his hand over it, time will tell. But that ends a 7-round streak of losses for Keev as Skyzo seems to look to shake this off.
It's going to be real important for Keev's morale because if you don't come back from this is the one-way ticket to round 1 lower bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking for the throw again. Skyzo so clean on the text. And you talked about Keev and his advantage on these smaller stages, right? Seems to be a bit more comfy here, knowing that his prey can't escape too far from him. And we know what happens if that wall combo comes out. It just gets demoralizing is the word I like to use. But Skyzo not laying down just yet. However, Keev looking to take advantage once again. He's just happy. Just seems comfortable. Maybe the small stage thing is really, that deeply molded into his brain.
Yeah, it's a big help when your opponent can't run away from you on a smaller stage, especially his Nightmare, because all you need is a couple of hits and it's big damage. Like, he does big damage on average, more so than any other character in the game. So, soul charge out.
Right back at you. It's caught with it, nothing too damaging. Shoulder in, little small caliber right now, just tapping each other here and there. But Skyzo going deeper in the bag, catch the spin, pop.
The mid mix up.
He did.
One more hit, and it's the low. Keev definitely stopped the bleeding at this point here. 2-2 now, and we are going to final game to start out this EU bracket. Now, normally, KP, you remember, normally first round of our brackets on EU side are usually just 3-0s, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Not today. Not today.
I don't know what happened or what changed in the month that I missed, but I don't know. It seemed that Skyzo was trying to wipe away exactly what happened, but that tells you just how quick and how fickle fighting game players are when it comes to dominance, right? Keev looked washed. He looked dead in the water, and here we are about to go into game 5. It's so amazing, and fighting games are something so wonderful that you definitely are never down. Like, it's never over until it's over. You can be up 2-0 with 2 rounds under your belt and then choke it all away. And we see that time and time again throughout the same bracket. So this would be a huge momentum boost for Skyzo if he could take this. We've seen what happens when Keev gets in losers. It gets ugly and he starts running through everybody. But that fate is yet to be determined. Let's see what happens here in game 5.
Yeah, well, I mean, with the way bboy-skyzo starts out, already punishing the flapjack there and pushing Keev all the way to the ledge, forcing, basically a cornered tiger to fight back here.
Yo, did you see the little dance? They did a little square dancing on the stage. Nobody wanted to be close to that ring out territory. A hint of respect. That's not something you'll get too often in fighting games as the just frame comes out for that additional damage and that beautiful fire animation.
Oh, but there's the launch right there. And bboy-skyzo, okay, there have been 2 very important things that bboy-skyzo has been very consistent on. Okay. And that has led to a lot of the strength throughout this set for bboy-skyzo. One has been bboy-skyzo always knows when to take his turn. He knows exactly when to do so. And the other is that right there, interrupting stance transitions on Nightmare. That has never allowed Keev to take any more damage than he can get normally.
I mean, look at that. It gets him out of his element, too. You saw him throw the drill from about 10 miles out. Luckily, Skyzo was just out of range before he could get in range for the punish. But Keev is definitely looking a bit shaky. However, close to the edge. We all know what can happen. Nice mix-up, catches the movement, gets the terror charge activated, and Skyzo's in trouble here. Every single time at the end of the round where Keev needs one hit, he has always made the right read on the mix-up. 100%. How do you do that? How can you be so efficient at closing out rounds?
The mark of a champion. That's really all you can think of it as, because these two have been around a long time. They definitely know every intricacy that goes into it, especially in the mind game of it all. And the mental is some of the most important out there for fighting games.
Here's a sidestep game again, as neither one of them wants to play fiddle with the edge right now. He can get lost over the wall and big time trouble, and that is going to be it. Keev with the launch. Double slice for insurance policy only, and 1 round away from advancing in the upper bracket. This is only the first match of the day.
Does it get crazier from here, or do we get a break?
I don't know, but right now, Nightmare's going to take a break in the action. Soul Charge to slow things down. bboy-skyzo looking for big damage there. Guarding, unguarding, trying to bait out something. Not sure exactly what it was, but Terror Charge will follow you no matter where you go.
Yeah, not really working out for bboy-skyzo. A lot of meter on deck, and eventually you're going to have to use something right now, because you have to make this happen. Keev is currently on set point and pushing forward.
Okay, taking his time, running out of real estate, running out of health, but there's an equalizer right there. About even life, and fails to tech a throw this late into the set after teching everything, but guesses right on a mix-up that would have ended the round, pops the meter for another opportunity, another block, stand alive, but the follow-up gets checked, and Keev with the quick punish right on the dot. Champion. That is how you describe this man. Championship level gameplay, forced to come out early as the level of competition continues to rise month in and month out. You love to see it. That is only match 1. Shout out to everybody who's new. Make sure you stick around. More of that to come for sure.
Yeah, such an unfortunate non-punish right there from bboy-skyzo, allowing for Keev to be able to just sit down and be like, oh, you didn't punish me? Okay, well, you know what that means, right? It's right back at you. And was able to take the set off of that. And I mean, you can see again, this is where the small stage came into play here for the very beginning of the set. bboy-skyzo could never get away, and Keev just relished in that fact, right? Stepping on toes, and then eventually just Nikes all day.
Yeah, coming with the mid, just crushed to the dome piece after messing up the shoes. Another follow-up here, end of round situation, one guess, and here's the dome pop, just clapping. Here's that ominous stare, just gonna sit on top of her corpse. Maybe that was a message for what was to come. Keev telling a beautiful story. However, Skyzo was not to be outdone. He wasn't gonna lay down and take a 3-0 or anything like that. He wanted you to know that his grand finals appearances are not fluke. Something of consistent, because he is that damn good. It just so happens that when you're at the top, man, there's always somebody just has the one up, and cleaning it out, going up 2 rounds to 1. He got another small stage here, was able to stay on top, got really comfortable. There's the back throw at the end. It's just, for such a high rate of teching throws, the 2 times that he didn't cost him the most there to make it 2-2. And then this ring out is just, unfortunate. And here at the end, what brought his health down to 1 mix-up territory. Very, very unfortunate, but not for Keev as he marches on. Winners, or upper bracket semifinals, excuse me. It's wonderful, man. What an opening match.
Yeah, that was basically everything I ever could have asked for in that. I mean, we expected that to get crazy, but I don't know if I expected it to get that crazy. As you guys see the bracket right here, Keev being our first to move on, and we still have a ton of matches left for the day. Patrick versus Fanlee Jr. gonna be the next. Rufus versus Dinal, and then Yin versus Themysty.
I'm here for Patrick, man. I know this is morning with Rufus. That's what I like to call this, and I love that. Rufus is my favorite player, no doubt there. But real names, no gimmicks. All right, this is Patrick at the ripe age of 18, fresh out of Spain, just smoking fools left and right, qualifying for the monthly finals and trying to take that adventure even further to put some money in his pocket. 5-2. Very, very fortunate circumstances, Patrick, to make it here. But as I told you earlier in the broadcast, we take those. You can feel however you want to feel about it, but the time is now and the opportunity is here. But it'll be going up against Fanlee, man. Fanlee, one of the fan favorites here in the open series of the EU portion of Soulcalibur 6. That Maxi, man, just great stuff. Legacy, lineage, passed down through his family. He just has to play Maxi. Very, very, very formidable opponent here. And at 14-6, that is a high win percent of 70. I don't want to have to pick this. It's you can't really vote against Fanlee or you're a bad person. That's the law. We can't dispute that. But when you come in and your name is just Patrick in this sea of wild gamer tags, I kind of have to respect it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Patrick has to offer. I have not seen them play just yet, so hopefully they deliver.
Yeah, that's the big story for us right now, is that we haven't really gotten to see a whole lot of Patrick in general throughout this whole thing. And so this is something to the table that is going to be a bit of a mystery to us. Whereas we know quite a bit about Fanlee, right? Fanlee Jr. Fanlee is a name that is quite literally passed down through the family, through the lineage, just like KP was talking about. Like, no joke. And so right here, this is Junior. This is the next one in the line. And this man right here is... he speed runs 7-star Severance. He has figured out all the optimal pathing to get to the 7 stars with Maxi.
Yeah, you know who doesn't care about anything that's uniform or regular? Talum. This character does what she wants, how she wants to do it, and you have to play at her pace. Luckily for Maxi, though, he has a weapon for every page you want to meet him at. You just have to go deep into the book and know what's going on. All of the stars, just how do you deal with such oppressive mix-ups?
Yeah, that's the hard part. Wow, he already has 7-star. What?
Yes, he does. Yes,
I know I just said he's the speedrunner, but that was the fastest I've ever seen it.
It's speedrunning 2021 Slate for cheating, because that's what he looks like right now. My man wrote the manual. All right, that's what's going to happen. Oh, remember when manuals used to come in games? That's insane. Well, if it ever came back, they would have to hit Fanlee up and say, yo, look, Maxi guide, do this. And that's it. 7-star Severance, LOL, profit.
I mean, it's working out real well, especially with that punish right there. Gotta get the lethal 80, huge damage. Soul attack for the mix-up afterwards. There's the soul charge. Patrick recognizing the offensive pressure is a bit too great. Needs to get him away. Ooh. And then, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, a lot of whiffing going on. Unfortunately, when it costs you upwards of 100 damage or close to it, it's just pretty demoralizing. You made the mistake. You pressed the button that put you in that position, and all Fanlee did was step to the side. Once again, right on cue, another lethal hit. He is toying with Patrick right now, and the onslaught continues.
The spacing and decision-making on the defensive movement from Fanlee is basically getting him all these avenues, right? Has just been allowing for him to get a ton of these whiff punishes, and now Patrick finally up close and personal for longer than a moment, and you can see why Talum does not care about the uniform.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a big sequence there for Patrick in the sea. He's gonna jump over it, called out. Oh my God, dedication to the win. Yeah, all of it, baby. Let's see that tornado rise, and Patrick spinning that cash to secure the round. You love to see it. Do not sit on the resources. If you got it and it's gonna get you the round, spend it, please.
That was the absolute perfect timing to activate the critical edge. That was just as Fanlee wanted to go towards the low. So that, I mean, that, I feel like to me, that's kind of a read, but you know, I mean, maybe it wasn't, maybe you were just kind of Hail Mary, and still, regardless, getting the round stuck in reversal edge now, and that's gonna be a guard break.
Yep, and we're giving all the props. That was certainly not a read. That was a God tier reaction from Patrick. He could see things at 2 frames per second, including this lethal hit and the follow-up combo. Nothing too crazy. Both have him activated, and Patrick just seems to get to the button faster in these super tense up-close situations where both players seem to be staring at each other.
Yeah, well, that's one of the strengths of Talum, right? Is her up close and personal fighting ability is much faster than a lot of people. And so when you're trying to box versus Talum, you are actually just straight up fighting a boxer, and it's not going to work out too well for you a lot of the time.
How about an auto GI? I can box with the help of the game, bred into the moves. The 2-for-1 special. It's going to pop that soul charge to gain a little space. Need a backup and jumps right in. Patrick, no fear whatsoever.
Yeah, and I mean, that likely is going to help out, but yeah, meter on deck for both players. This is the last bar that we may see for the both of them, unless Fanlee is able to get something here in a second.
Staying on top, bringing that guard down. All of the buttons, all of the mix-ups. Watch your legs, looking for the launch, and for the GI, nice patience. Yes.
Oh, the low to finish it off right there. Side throw basically allowing for it to be a 50-50 situation. Anytime your health is that low, the entire moveset becomes a mix-up and can kill you off of that. And Fanlee taking advantage of that beautifully. 1-0 now.
Why is this so intense?
We don't get breaks, KP. It doesn't happen.
It's fine, but like my heart, like I need it, right? Because you know how it powers my body. You can't exist. But I didn't get the memo that Patrick said, okay, well, if Keev and bboy-skyzo are going to take this back and forth, very smart play, and turn that up to 10, how about we take the rushdown monsters, show them a different side of Soulcalibur, and let's turn that up to 10 as well. Crazy back and forth. You almost wonder whether or not the guard button was allowed. I don't know if there's a secret, like, I don't know, a message that said, hey, you can only block for so long because these two are slugging it out.
Well, you know, these two are both from Spain, right? So I think one thing that could go on here is, you know, they're playing the, well, we've played each other a bunch, right? Guard button is not the greatest of tools, maybe, for these two in their previous sets, if they have played a lot.
And it seems Spain looks to be a bit more aggressive out here, as before you can even finish that thought, Patrick is on the board with round 1.
That's a Talum game for sure. I definitely have run into many of those Talum rounds, and I've been on the receiving end as well. Watch right there. Oh, with the clash.
Looking to cancel that reversal edge to get out of dodge pretty free. There's the backdash and the wind cannon. Bow! Big shotgun blast and looking for the CE, but just too close. Runs into the extra hits from the Nunchaku. How about an unblockable follow-up, right? You're gonna twist the neck and then tell you to wait a minute as you take this free damage. Other words, untechable. Just insane coming in from Talum.
Yeah, well, Fanlee may be speed running 7 stars, but Patrick speed running the first 2 rounds right there. That was mad quick. And okay, there it is again, the second time. Fanlee spacing and stepping the proper way, gonna get huge damage off this. Wow! Okay, that was a little bit more than I was expecting.
Yeah, that was definitely in the realm of this is probably not fair. Oh my goodness! No crack here. Back to the wall. And just when you thought it was over, Patrick showing a sign of life. However, in one mix-up territory, yeah, after those records, gonna get his turn back in Fanlee with the swift kick to the temple. And slow it down right quick. I don't want to lose a 3-0 and get it to game 3. Let me see if I can still salvage what is left.
Well, up against the wall right now, and yeah, that's gonna be the biggest tool for Talum when she is back to the wall, right? She wants to be able to step and put you onto the wall, get that wall damage, and look at how much it paid off. Same thing right here.
Oh, okay. The empty jump will just knee tap.
Soul charge activated for Fanlee, though, gonna take as much damage as possible, and yeah, that's one of the powers of the 7 stars. Okay, so this is a neutral situation here. And yeah, I think Patrick knew what was available for Fanlee and just kind of blocked it out. Knew that it was not going to be in his favor. When Cannon comes out, no punish though, but oh, Bruce Lee all the way.
Who needs a punish when you can just finish in style, right? Made a mistake and slept on it, but getting the quick follow-up, easy work there, especially in a situation where that wind cannon could potentially kill. Oh, at Guts range, it probably would have.
Oh, and another amazing step, and again, because you're in the stars, you have that follow-up. This is real nice for Fanlee to start, but Soul Charge out. This is where Talum actually gets some damage into her repertoire, right? She's normally not super high damage regularly, but she can get it in Soul Charge.
Yeah, not at all. How about the ground bounce into the wall splat? Oh, into the drop combo. Very unfortunate, but as the Bible says, we take those. Patrick leaving an opportunity open for Fanlee, and he's just gonna swipe through. Just, you know, he paid for it ahead of time, walked in, picked up that game, and walked out. No transaction, no receipt, no nothing. I don't need to speak to you any longer. All right, no impulse. I don't want to go to another round. No, give me my W. I'm getting out.
Unfortunately, there's a whole nother game, so yeah, can't pick it all up right here and now.
It's okay.
Looks like we're at stage select, so I wonder if maybe Patrick wanted something a little bit different there, which is interesting because Talum is what we like to consider an in-fighter, quote unquote.
Yes.
And so she likes to be up close and personal to fight as much as possible. So to be getting a stage that's a little bit bigger, I wonder how detrimental that could possibly be for the character.
I mean, if you get a stage that shifts every now and then, you can have a different property, or, you know, a wall just becomes more friendly or less, depending on who's on the wrong side of the ring out. Wow, I'm surprised that whiff jumped over. Did Maxi not reach the height requirement for that move to hit? Is that an advantage? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe the shortness is in. Let me chop a couple inches off. But sidestep now, playing dangerously close to the edge, but relatively safe enough. There's some middle ground when it comes to Soulcalibur because some moves can launch you further than expected, and the spike just gonna dunk on him. I didn't see any basketball goals down here, but Maxi, listen, he's small, right? So you're jumping over him, but he also has the hops. So, you know, little baby Nate Robinson out here, a little Spud Webb. I love it. Gonna put him on the starting 5 for the Soulcalibur Olympic basketball team. I have to go back to the drawing board as Maxi is showing me things I wasn't aware he was capable of.
I mean, just as you say it, though, already up against the ledge, the Soul Charge comes out from Patrick, trying to put the pressure back on, and yeah, before Fanlee can press a button, that is the strength of Talon. She can get in there before you can a lot of the time. And just fighting back, trying to stay away from the ledge, but oh, got the whip punish! That means a lethal hit!
Yeah, big time whiff there. I don't know what was going on. Oh, but this time the dunk comes through. Talon pulling the rim down, and the wake up CE, no, not quite. Yeah,
I thought for a moment that was a real punish. Fanlee had me believing.
Well, you know, it's all good. We hold our breath throughout all of these matches thus far, and while it seemed like more drama was inbound, it was an easy punish follow-up for Patrick. And man, this is not over just yet. 2-0 in favor of Fanlee, but Patrick looking like he can close things out. He just needs to put together 3 solid rounds in one game instead of the solid rounds we're seeing all over the place.
Well, 7 stars and 2 bars here for Fanlee, so the comeback factor is easily possible, especially with the amount of damage output that 7 stars can create, depending on the hit. But already the pressure from Patrick. It seemed pensive at the start, and that was the perfect time to Soul Charge, because that puts Talon on the ground. Whenever you Soul Charge a jumping opponent, they actually get splatted onto the ground, and it's heavily an advantage for you.
Nice little spin cycle looking for the follow of the GI, but Patrick respecting his turn. He's going to use his ability to get out of there. And the wind cannon, all of those hits, all of that pressure from Fanlee just negated in one single blast.
Soul attack to try and get the pressure back in there, but oh no, the resist impact whiff, but luckily it recovers in time. Incorrect input right there for Fanlee, but I mean, Patrick is going to relish in that as it allows him to push forward as much as possible. But the 6A plus B, faster than lightning.
Would you like to try this? I don't know. I don't think you have a choice when it comes to maxing. Oh, the swift kick, the slowing something down. I'm not sure where it came out, but I saw a bunch of stars. Gonna flirt again with that wind cannon once more. Get the cancel to escape out for free. Nice follow up, a sidestep. I don't know if it's gonna time. Yep.
Soul Charge back out. Unfortunately for Patrick, that critical edge did not work out at all and stayed back. Recognized how Fanlee was getting a lot of damage before, and that was a really important adjustment because that actually kept alive. No, ring out just barely. Fanlee's got to be thanking all 7 of those stars there to be able to stay alive. Gets the punish here, and now this is pensive territory.
Yeah, big time trouble there. Back to the corner, nothing like that, and Patrick stays alive. That fantastic air control, avoiding that ring out. While it seemed like something so great at the time, it was just simply delaying the inevitable. Patrick was able to stay on top of Fanlee, not letting him maneuver out of the corner, which means he didn't have much options in terms of spacing, moves he could go to, and then he was forced to deal with even more mix-ups. So like you saw, the tip of that elbow just catching, able to get the follow-up on that string. Beautiful stuff. And Patrick finally able to put together 3 strong rounds in one sequence of a game instead of the spotted greatness that we've seen throughout this set.
Yeah, well, stage switch right back there for Fanlee Jr. And it's a smaller stage again. This is where we had seen a lot of strength for Fanlee in one of the smaller stages, but this wall also has a unique mechanic. It is breakable, and when you hit it 3 times with the opponent's body, that wall breaks, and then it's all ring outs from there.
Yeah, and you can actually get that in one combo depending on your characters and the abilities they have. So, with that being said, the majority of the time, once it gets cracked, it certainly almost always leads to a follow-up ring out combo. So we'll see just how much these two look to damage it. Right now, staying toward the middle of the stage, just fighting. Nice duck on the throw and the follow-up tech. A lot going on, but a more tame match.
Yeah, I think they're recognizing what had been happening previously, and now they're starting to slow it down, right? Because like this is the least amount of as soon as I say that, body splash comes on in, but
yeah, absolutely. She tried her hardest to slow it down, but once that health bar got low, it was right back into the previous traits, right? I need to get in and do something quick, and when you got lethal hits like that you can follow up on, I mean, why not go for it in that range? You're gonna die to one more mix-up, and how many do you truly think you can block?
I mean, you're going to need to block him no matter what at this point because you're up against the wall. Okay, so that's 1. You can only hit the wall twice before the game stops you. So, I mean, the thing about that, though, is you want to only hit the wall once first because you want your resulting combo to break the wall and then ring out.
Yes. Well, you can just win the round straight up if your opponent's getting opened up left and right, and that wall splat came after the health bar was dissipated, so it does not count towards the point of damage for the wall. Big whip punish here. Not too much, but again, you take what you can get. It is guaranteed. There's not many opportunities in fighting games that give you guaranteed damage. And there it is. The follow-up gets double hits, and this is going to be a ring out. Yes, sir.
That was exactly what we had mentioned just a second ago. That was exactly what Fanlee was looking for, and the reason why he specifically didn't try to hit the wall twice in that very first combo where he hit the wall. He wanted that situation to come up. The situation came up, and now he has a lethal hit coming into this next round. Drops in the combo, but Soul Charge to keep his pressure going.
Yeah, closeout round here for Fanlee. Gets the first mix-up going, getting dangerously close to the corner, and the jump over. This should be it. Yes, sir.
Oh
back to back, the robbery, and Patrick lives. He lives to fight another day with the jump over, the reverse ring out. You hate to see it, but you had to know it was coming, of course.
Well, back up against the ledge already, and I mean that's the scary part. Yeah, Soul Charge wants to keep that pressure going to maybe get a ring out. Was expecting the Soul Charge to starts blocking, and yeah, now we're back to neutral.
You saw the instant stand block and stay into place for Fanlee. He did not want that same mix-up to happen twice. Yep, and he's fishing for it is Patrick, but I don't think he has the life yet to survive for it. He needed a ring out of this situation, and Fanlee staying solid throughout that final sequence, able to get the simple sidestep, give it a little try. How about you try the lower bracket? See how you like it down there.
Yeah, Fanlee playing phenomenally throughout that whole thing. And you know, I don't think Fanlee had actually gone to the move that has the built-in sidestep that he did at the very end there a single time up until that point. And it was like the perfect moment. It was just like saving for a rainy day. I mean, it's a real good call out from Fanlee for sure.
I mean, at that point, you have nothing to lose, right? You have a huge life lead, and you've maneuvered away from the ring out territory, so you can't get gimped again and relive what happened in the fourth round of that final game as we take a look at the replays. Oh man, they came out swinging. These first couple of games were just a straight up rush down fest. Hey, I'm gonna come in your face and I'm gonna do whatever it is I want to. If you can block it, great. If not, great, because I'm going to do it anyway. So you look to overwhelm your opponent and just force them into situations where they're uncomfortable. And that worked out more in Fanlee's favor, believe it or not.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, you can see it right here in the replays. There was a couple of moments where it seemed real good, and then, oh no, just barely not getting that ring out, you know. But luckily for Patrick, just staying alive throughout the whole thing, and then the very last stage was just the unfortunate detriment. As again, you had talked about it at maybe the very beginning of the stream. The stage awareness is very important, right? This is stage awareness right here. 100%. You knew that there was one hit already on the wall, so that it would break after two, because you specifically set that up, and then you knew how much carry was required to get the ring out. Same thing for here for Patrick. That is also stage awareness. You get the backwards hitbox, and then you dunk on him, you get the CE. Same thing.
Yeah, you saw how that time Fanlee just backed off. He was like, all right, bro, I believe you. As Fanlee Jr. earns himself a date with Keev there in the upper bracket semifinals. Oh man, take a look at this bracket, man. Patrick versus Skyzo, that's going to be going on. We'll have updates on that when that goes down. But coming up next, it's what we're here for. It's what I'm here for, all right? I'm here, to work the whole broadcast because I do like everybody. I care. But I got to keep it real with myself, man. Rufus, one of the more exciting players in all of this, the nonchalant king of the EU Open Series for here in Soulcalibur 6, man. Oh, he's 18 today? Sick, bro. I totally believe him now.
His age changes every time we ask him.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, the Mad Dog, the gameplay definitely just shows character, right? He's a showman. He gets a little saucy every now and then, but he has every ounce of talent to back it up. A bit more consistent, 76% on the win ratio out of 72. Although he hasn't looked as strong as Keev, I definitely don't sleep. However, Nin, nothing to sleep on. You see that age? 40 plus. People start talking crap. Oh, you lose your reactions and you can't do this. Cap, all right? Look at Nin, smoking fools, all right? And I hope we see Big Asta today as well. Enough to get the job done. Not his first rodeo. Been around for a very long time. Caliber through the heart, through and through. And I want to see some filthy maggots get destroyed. That's all.
I mean, that's what Dean Outin loves to exist for, right? It's just the Astaroth just running amok. I have never seen him play a different character in tournament, mind you. No. It has been all Astaroth and just like the Astaroth extraordinaire of the EU Open Series, right? On the other side, Rufus is going to be the Taki extraordinaire, pretty much one of the best Takis in the world, if not the best Taki, actually. This is somebody that everybody looks to when they're starting out with Taki, right? But one thing I always have to note about Rufus, and everybody at home has got to know, showmanship is what KP called it. Yeah. He likes to mess with his opponents. He is big on that because he likes to force them into bad situations and he likes to get the download.
Yeah, he might have been caught playing with his food a couple times every month. Somehow still makes grand finals. I think third is his worst placing
so
overall.
Far.
So yeah, definitely nothing to scoff at all. However, Astaroth, big body characters are just hype. All right. I know that as a full-blown zoner and like mid-range hybrid player that it's death to grapplers everywhere. And they are the enemy. They are, I promise you. But some of them are exceptionally fun to watch. And Astaroth is definitely somewhere near the top of that list. However, sidestep, Taki, this ninja, she's too fast. You can't grab what you cannot catch. And on cue. No, so
I just remembered that these two actually played in the first time that DNowN made a top 8 broadcast, and this was not the easiest matchup due to the fact of Taki's speed. Taki's speed comes into play quite a bit. I mean, she's a ninja, so it makes sense. And you can see it here. DNowN barely got to press anything because Taki was literally all over the screen.
Yeah, luckily for Asta and big names like this everywhere, you don't need that many hits to get the kill. And his 3 hits, he took half of Rufus's health bar. However, not enough, baby. Almost doesn't count. You're gonna need more. They're looking for the jump over, trying to get that back turn in a free, unblockable. But the sidestep, again, speed coming into play, doesn't get the wall splat, but catches them before the launch. Astaroth's butt is a little too slow for the situation. Nice tech, but that's it. Hold this twirl, little breakdance boogie, and some post-match swag there with that diamond.
This is the least, this is the least I've seen Rufus mess with his opponent. This is like, he is just all business today. I'm incredibly surprised.
A bigger respect there for Nin. Looking more solid here in round 3, but is it enough? You're gonna need more. Ducks right under.
That should finish it off.
Definitely will finish it off, no question. Beautiful recognition of that high string going under with the punish launch. Leave this place, indeed. An explosion and a 0 in the win column for Nin as Rufus takes first flight.
And that was really unfortunate too, because Nin had 2 bars to work with and never used it on a soul charge. He's a little risky, so I'm not expecting that, but soul charge was def, right?
Yeah, he needs 4 bars. All right, that's what they should do. They should have a built-in mechanic where like developers kind of realize, all right, this matchup is kind of bad. Here's a 3rd bar, something outlandish like that. Actually, don't listen to me. That's a terrible idea. The character select screen is open to everybody. You choose this character, you deal with the consequences. But right back at it. This is the life of a character loyalist, right? When you are that good with something, matchups, notwithstanding, you unlock an extra ability. Once you're so familiar with the character, you can kind of dig deep and squeeze out every bit of potential that you can, right? Unfortunately, Rufus is on the other side doing the same thing, so Nin is going to need to play perfect rounds, and Rufus is going to need to make some mistakes. Otherwise, this seems to be a continuation of that story we saw the first time these two met.
Yeah, well, in regards to Rufus, he is probably the most winningest, if you will, player within the Open Series when it comes to monthly finals. I believe he has the highest win record on monthly finals, period, even more so than Keev. And so it's always a hard draw. It doesn't matter if the matchup is bad. You can have a good matchup, and Rufus plays through it.
Nice sidestep there, and this ninja's just gonna teleport and disappear and do all of these things that are unfair to this 800-pound, 1,000 monster who just can't get anything going. Rufus continuing the onslaught, and that is 4 straight rounds for those of you who are counting.
Yeah, it's pretty funny too because Astaroth actually has air grabs, right? The grab specifically meant to grab people out of the air, and because of the way Rufus is playing, it's not. DNowN is not ready for it, right? Because he's not been jumping a lot. Look, he's been on the ground this entire time.
Yeah, too solid. There you go. Gets a throw to get something going. Oh, tried to follow up just outside of the range. And I mean, sure, you know, that throw was cool, but when it's the only thing that's really happening, and that does way more damage than I thought it was about to. Holy. Yeah, the message is certainly clear. Leave this place.
Well, D-Now-Nin may have to use Soul Charge just to get something started at this point, because it's looking like he needs pretty much everything and the kitchen sink on top of it.
And that probably still won't be enough. Here's a scoop, though. It looks good. Oh, my good. Rufus, come on, man. Come on. I understand you want to win, but come on. Let the man play.
That was a beautiful reaction from Rufus. I am incredibly surprised, but that's one of the nice things that's afforded to Taki, and yeah, was able to get under the grab right there, got the launch, and Rufus already up 2 at this point. This is, again, the most business Rufus I have seen. Actually just clocked into work with his suit and tie and everything. I've never seen that before from Rufus. We talk about how strong he is, but usually that's after a game or two where he messes with his opponent and then he kind of comes back. It's like he's not giving any inches, no miles, nothing to anyone right now.
And not to, you know, butter him up like he's invincible. He's definitely has chinks in the armor. He doesn't win for free. It doesn't work like that. But 6 straight rounds. This is looking like one of, if not the single most dominating performance that we've seen in a Rufus set. I don't know. Astaroth has to go deep in the bag. Maybe he needs some more enhancements. Give him a gun. Give Astaroth a gun. No objections? Cool, no objections. Give Astaroth a gun and then get back.
I mean, he's got a Beyblade. Does that count?
No, it doesn't count. Round 3. All right, let's get into it. There's a scoop. Okay, stand up.
And then reverse sledge to get around the mix-up right there. Rufus, that was maybe the first command grab that actually ended up landing, and Rufus already had a response to it. That's super important because, you know, you can get easily overwhelmed by stuff that Astaroth brings to the table, but it appears Rufus not overwhelmed at all. Trying to get that.
Oh my goodness. Was that a lack of air control?
I think it was.
That seemed like just an errant hit, and I'm sure you could control that. All right, big axe charge. Gets another tip there, trying to dive in as Rufus just kind of knows that, you know, this is their game to lose. Counter hit. Nice throw tech. Runs in. Another scoop. Stand up. Talk to me. There's a meeting in my office. No. Way too slow. Rufus was there 20 minutes early and felt like he was on time, so he just left, all right? He doesn't want anything to do with any of this. The pressure's on. Out of range for the throw. Just nothing is going right for Astaroth.
Yeah, I've noticed that Rufus is very particularly preying upon the fact that D-Now-Nin has not forced Rufus to not want to step at any point, right? There's been so many verticals from Nin that Rufus is completely okay with stepping because he's getting extra damage out of that, but finally that's going to do it, and stopping the bleeding. D-Now-Nin using that soul charge to great effectiveness.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's there for, right? Filthy maggots get stomped, and wow, unreal. A whiff from 20 miles away. I don't know what was going through the mind right there. Maybe it was a huge read thinking Rufus was going to run in, but round start? I don't think so. How about a CE to get yourself some extra security just to open the match? Working on the guard gauge, there's so much going on. Yeah, this is over, man. This round, you can put it in the bag.
I mean, you know, he's got, what, a couple of chances, and yeah, those chances were unfortunately not enough.
Chance. That's what you got. All right, going into round 4. This is the longest that any of the sets have gone. You won't get a clean sweep, of 9 straight rounds. Rufus cracking, if that's what you want to call it, from an otherwise otherworldly performance here. A red guard gauge. Here's the launch. Luckily, he didn't get ring out there. Desperation soul charge, Ebonic. I mean, what do you do?
This is where all that damage is going to have to come into play from the soul charge. But, I mean, you notice that Rufus is very smartly just trying to run away from it, right? Not trying to deal with it at all, because one of these hits could change the tide of everything.
Damn,
I mean, yeah.
Well, that's one.
Oh, no whip punish right there with the CE. And, I mean, Rufus is just playing it as patiently as possible, but, oh, big hit.
Oh, wait a minute. We got an opportunity here.
That's a ring out. That's a ring out. Oh, my goodness.
Wait a minute now. Hold on. You know that meme where my man is like dead and then his homies just pump him up, and that's what's happening here. Sons of Life, the heartbeat it exists. Has Nin done this the entire time for dramatic effect? Scoop. Nice tech. Oh my god, this might not be over. Oh, looking for the low. And Rufus standing in the face of fear, unhinged, unmoved. What a big read. The nether region parts on this man to stand there while Astaroth is rushing at you. Is this over?
Oh, unblockable right there. One more mix up. The mid gets blocked, but Rufus is now on the back foot.
No.
There's the sidestep. Okay, it's not going to kill, but this puts Rufus in a great position.
We are talking any hit in the move list could keep Nin's tournament hope alive on the upper bracket side of this monthly fight. Oh, with punish opportunity, doesn't get it. Anything can go.
Trying to do the run up on K, and then the reverse ledge comes out, and that's gonna punish the throw. Good
no
call
way.
out from Nin, and stays alive. Sometimes you just need a little bit of juice.
Bro, that was the most anticlimactic comeback of all time. But once again, you never leave this page. We take those as Nin somehow digs deep into his bag and finds a way to survive? Maybe the instinct kicked in, like, oh no, man, I can't take it like this. I can't lose 9 rounds straight and get smoked and just, no. And now, with the knowledge, knowing that you can take a game, it's nothing to take 2 more, right? Unless?
It's definitely possible.
I guess we'll see what happens. All his precious time at the character select screen being taken about 3 seconds before Rufus decided to lock in. And it's go time. It's, again, like we talked about, it's not just easy, it's not free. People definitely chink the armor all the time. Comes with the territory, but was that a fluke or what is it? Indication of things to come?
Gonna have to find out right here as we get into another one of those small stages. No chance to run away here, and again, we saw it the previous set. This is where you get wrung out. This is the stage.
All right. I actually don't know Astaroth's like ring out combo off the back of my head for the knockout, but I'm sure he has one as well.
It's definitely something that people have. I feel like most at least have it, but you're gonna be watching a lot of back throws come out, and yeah, so that's the thing is Rufus, every time you have seen a tech, it has been specifically a back throw that he has teched from D-Now, and I think that's where D-Now could start getting a bit of extra damage if maybe starting to go for some of the forward throws instead.
Yeah, very unfortunate situation there. Up close, it's too slow to deal with it. Gets the mini launch, scoop. Come here, stand up, talk to me, let's have a conversation. All right.
Not a very fun conversation if you're talking to Astaroth that close. And I mean, you can see that right there.
How about a restand and some kicks trying to tease him for the wall now? Nice follow, the sidestep. I can step with you. Who knew that Astaroth had a little tango in the moveset as well? Don't go anywhere. Such a big body, yet so nimble on his feet.
Yeah, that was probably some of the most small caliber I've seen an Astaroth player play. Like, period, right? Force the soul charge because Rufus has been laying on the pressure thick. And, oh, wow, actually catching the step. That was max range.
Yeah, it definitely hurted. Oh, yeah, I don't know if this is going to reach. Oh, yes, it does. Goes right through. I am a ninja. What are you talking about, KP? Of course it's going to reach. I'll teleport to him. Damn.
Yeah, that's one of the nice parts about not only having the teleportation, but also because D-Now Nin was spinning, it extended his arm out just enough to be able to get caught by it.
Hitbox is the beauty of fighting game mechanics. How about a backbreaker? Oh, fully charged, back to back, making 3 of them things, and then a scoop. You know the back throw was coming. Just not gonna go for it.
Yeah, and again, Rufus is just guessing back throw because it's been back throw just about every time. It's been a strong guess. And
how about counter hits? Those work out as well. Try to get some follow-up, tries to arbor through, but nothing doing, falls up short. Brought to his knees on that counter hit, but the scoop and then looking strong, looking for a launch. It's just,
but cut the back step right there, and at the same time, because of Rufus teching so many back throws, he now has the lethal hit 6K on deck, which means huge possible damage if he gets it. Maybe that was D-Now Nin's game plan, was actually to just let Rufus tech all the throws so that he could get the lethal hit condition.
We're talking galaxy brain. That's why I love having you here, man. You got to break down the things, you know, for those of us who may not understand. All right? Filthy maggots get crushed every single time. Has very good soul charge usage, has Nin. But, time is running out. Break dances all the way. Standing, and another break. Just every single time. Here's an opportunity. Big time. Mix up follow-up. Yeah, soul charge. I don't want anything to do with that. Let's reset the neutral again. And this is just a clutch situation. Nin needs this, but gets popped by the projectile from full screen out. Not quite agile enough to understand what was happening. And how about a magic sphere to the mouth? It's just... Ah, you hate to see it end that way.
Unfortunately, that is one of the things that happens when she is in Soul Charge. She already has access to that projectile normally, but I believe it becomes a break attack in Soul Charge. So D Now Nin was probably looking for it and was like, that's why I'm going to GI here. But it's a break attack, so it beats GIs. And I mean, hey, it's how it beats sometimes.
It beats a lot of things. Let's check out these replays so you can catch some of that action up close once again. A lot of critical edges on display from Rufus, utilizing his meter wonderfully. Soul Charge to pop in between pressure to reset so he doesn't have to eat a forced mix-up. And anytime that Nin left the damage on the table from whiffing a move, you can bet that CE was coming to follow. It was just a wonderful usage of meter. Definitely a lesson you should take from Rufus. Another one of those just mechanics you have to have down pat. And right there, I don't think he expected that to follow up or for Astaroth to actually fly that far as he answers a ring out with a ring out of his own double headbutts. It's just, this was a very sweet back and forth. I just think Nin took a little too long to crank up. You know, the car was a little, you know, it was off.
Yeah, I mean, D-Now, I feel like maybe missing a lot of damage by very specifically going for back throws. If the game plan was legitimately to get the lethal hit condition, then I can understand, but you did leave a lot of damage on the table by allowing Rufus to tech all those throws, and Rufus just let it continue going, and that's one of the reasons why you see Rufus moving on here in the upper bracket.
Okay, well, let's get into it. Look at the bracket here. We got Yin. This is the previous month's champion. So for those of you just joining, you are in for a treat. Looking to go back-to-back. However, in the upper bracket, two of the other previous champions are there, and Rufus and Keev. Fanlee is a fan favorite, and the lower bracket is coming together quite nicely. Themysty, they are new, looking to throw a wrench in Yin's plans for repeating, and you too can throw a wrench in that plan. We'll get to that shortly. Right now, Jack, all right, coming through with the grow. It is Anime Central, the lone member of representing the UK in this month's bracket. How do we feel about these chances?
Yeah, well, I mean, with a win ratio like that, I feel pretty good about it, to be quite honest with you. That is real strong. That means they played in multiple opens for the qualifiers, and, you know, they didn't skip out, right? They put in as much work as possible, and they got that 72% win rate through just nothing but their own sweat and training.
Just very, very scary situations. Yin, right back at you. Portugal's finest out here. Another Maxi, as we see, just so fluent, right? Not quite the speed runner when it comes to the 7-star Severance, but just more of the spacing and I hate to make the comparison, but cleaner is the word I'd like to use for Yin. It's just, he knows where to be at all times, and seemingly in front of his opponents, man. Reads on reads on reads, and that is what allowed him to take the crown for the month of March. And here he is trying to defend and trying to win April's monthly final.
Yeah, but before we get into this very last upper bracket match, we want to talk about, you know, and welcome with open arms some of the newer viewers to the Open Series. If you have not watched one of the PS4 tournaments before, I hope you're being entertained. But you don't just have to be entertained by watching. You can join with us at the comfort of your own home, no cost to you, no expenses. Go to compete.playstation.com, or you can do like KP right there. You can grab your PlayStation 4 controller or whatever peripheral that you're using, right?
You heard the beat.
You can sign up for that tournament, and you can do so through the PlayStation dashboard. You go into Soulcalibur and you hit PS4 tournaments, or you go to compete.playstation.com, and you guys can join us as well, and maybe you can be on this broadcast right here.
It's so sick. You can just do it straight from the dashboard. You go Soulcalibur. Oh, look, there it is. Open Series. Boom. The console will let you know. It'll send you a reminder when it's your time to play. It'll set up the matches. It's just a beautiful sequence. And again, at no charge. Comfort of your own home. No one's going to tell you how to be you comfortably. All right. No cameras necessary. You just show up. You show out. And you can win some money, man. Get some free money in your pocket. Not free. Free from good folks.
Well, you got to go through these really strong
other players who are thinking just like you. So it's a wonderful thing. Again, you too could be the next one. So let's get into it. The defending reigning champion of the Open Series is going to be Yin from Portugal. All right, he's going to be going up against Grow, and Themysty is just I'm ready. I don't know what to expect because I didn't catch any of their matches, but as we know, when it comes to Grow, he pops a Soul Charge. He does his adventure stance things, and it's basically like, are you even supposed to be here? He's so anime that he seemingly feels out of place. But wonderful new addition, first time in the franchise, new entry, and it should be a treat. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, the Misty or Themisty, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, and they'll correct me at some point, I'm sure, is not someone we have seen on the Open Series broadcast just yet, right? This is going to be the first time, going to be going up against the reigning champ, but again, I note that win ratio that they had just to get here, and that's a strong win ratio just to get here, so I feel like the chances are at least there.
Absolutely, every single time. So, okay, a lot of respect early on. Granted, sometimes you can actually tell the way a match is going to go in the first 15 seconds in terms of pace, poise, tempo, all of those things, right? Not possible to really call a winner like that, but I'm seeing a lot of respect. That's what I alluded to with Yin. He's just always in a good place at the good time, and he's just very, very solid and somebody you can learn a lot from if you really break down the science and understand what's going on.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can see a lot of the patience right there, specifically trying to catch a lot of the timings of Themisty, and Gro is kind of a mix-up character because of that stance you're seeing right there, where he takes the swords apart. The Avenger stance is what it's called, and so that will mix you up with the mid or the low. It's happening quite a bit. So Yin basically is trying to be nice and patient so that he never gets stuck into that situation, right? So.
And you see the neutral right there, just waiting his turn, sidestepping, letting Gro just whiff into the abyss, and getting a huge combo to try to even things up. And here it goes. You know what time it is. We're at the end of the health bar. Soul Charge. I need all of my abilities. Start teleporting. Up, down, back. Where am I? You don't know. Behind you. What are you swinging at? Nothing. Look at that stance.
Yeah, that's one of the anime situations you were talking about, right? But that's the interruption you're looking for. Themisty, they were getting a lot of mileage out of the lows and stuff from Avenger stance, but eventually when Yin starts to recognize all of the Avenger transitions, then that's when you start getting a bit of free damage if they continue to go towards it.
Okay, so you're saying to look out for the interruptions and find out where to gain access to, damage instead of, okay, they went, it's my turn, or they did this, I get to punish. Yeah, you have multiple opportunities to change the tide. There's a GI nice call out, and wow, easy ring out. I just splash. You know what I'm saying? Take a bath, and then Gro's gonna jump in there too. 2 rounds to 1 in favor of Themisty, but Yin gonna pop the Soul Charge early in the life bar.
Yeah, Themisty, they came here to play, and they are showing it for sure. Forcing Yin to Soul Charge, and they have been forced to Soul Charge right back. Woo! But yeah, this is where the teleports start coming, and Yin is going to just try to start swinging to be able to stop it.
Yeah, using that move to go underlowing the hurt box, but Yin is just like, you know what, try this. That's what Maxie says, because I need you to slow down, right? All of this running and jumping and teleporting, I can't deal with it. As gains another Soul Charge, is able to get 2 in 1 round. Whiff punish, didn't get too much off of it, but is able to force his next mix-up. Big whiff, continues on, and then right back at you. You love it. Yo, that is such an underrated strategy where you know you're in trouble. Press another move that's going to take you even further out of the range of your opponent's punish, and then you punish their punish attempt, and it's just a punishception, and I'm going to stop talking and let you have this round.
Said punish a lot. You okay there, buddy?
Oh, we're good, baby. We're good.
But yeah, well, Themisty having about 2 bars, so this is really strong for the resource management, right, for Themisty, because this way they can kind of exude or come back from any really bad situation with the extra damage that Soul Charge exudes, or they can get that whip punish with a CE, but not even given the chance. Yin keeps the pressure going, and 2 bars laid to waste there for Themisty, just not used.
Yeah, I love to believe that at the end of the day, like, solidarity is what is going to rise through when you get to like higher levels. And Yin was so incredibly solid in that 5th round. It was just like, okay, you're going crazy. All right, you're ready to hang yourself. I'm not. Right, I'm the champion here. I know how this goes. I've been in game 5s, maybe 8 million times. No big deal, right? So we saw like Gro just going crazy, right? Boom, stance. Nope, interrupt. Okay, I know you're ready to press because you want to keep it close health, right? It's, you take a turn, I take a turn. No, you go crazy, enjoy, and I'll be right here to just whip you up every now and then. And it was just clean. Closer out rounds. We see it a lot from Keev. We see it a lot from Rufus. There's a parallel here. The best players are all the strongest closers here on the EU side of the Open Series, and no surprise to see continuously from you.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons why you see Yin so patient as well, is that's just a natural part of them as a person. And that leads to the closeout factor, because when you're naturally patient, you don't have to freak out at the round ending portion of the game, which allows you to close out a lot better. However, lethal hit right here for Themyscira. Gonna get good damage off this, and already the mix-up afterwards as well. But the normal guard can auto-GI, and up against the wall, this could be extra damage. Yeah, you saw the mix-up right there from Yin just to get that extra damage possibility.
Yeah, trying to squeeze every bit of optimal out of there and get sliced up. Watch your legs and get close. And you want a lethal hit back-to-back, we don't have to wear no shirts. That's okay. Knock the armor off. I'm out here. Watch your legs.
I mean, you gotta say it with your chest at this point. Not trying to go to the lower bracket round one, because it is a long road to be able to make it to that top 4 after that.
Yeah, crazy journey. Speaking of the lower bracket, just quick update. bboy-skyzo is now eliminated from grand finals last month to 0-2 this month. Patrick with the 3-2 upset. More on that later. However, teleports galore, trying to use the most of this meter. Not gonna work. Okay, here's an opportunity. Reversal edge.
The kick that goes up past the vertical, that's going to be huge damage right there. Oh, but stays on the ground. Super smart from Yin. Yeah, because the break attack does not hit opponents that are on the ground.
Yeah, then you get the wake up toe tap and the most pettiest of moves, right? It's like a check. It's some maxi stuff, just like, hey, are you there? Oh, this killed? Thanks a lot. Nice meaty there to catch him on rolling from the wake up, not going too far, trying to keep him in the domain of back and forth. Simple stuff here. No big launches there. Nice jump, looking for the low. But again, another check. This is just Yin, right? Tap here, type there. You love to call it Soulcalibur, and you get the reward when you stay patient. Full animation, Dragon Fist. You love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, Yin basically took the information from every other round where Themyscira was running forward and trying to do the 6/6 A+B as much as possible, and was like, okay, you're gonna run forward and you're gonna do it, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wait, and the second you do it, I have sidestepped already, and oh, hey, look, I got a bar meter. I can kill you.
And as you tell that story, he goes right into it, starting with the aggression here, following up the same game plan. It's one of those things like, yeah, you got me that one time, but can you do it again? Make me a believer. And with that being said, Yin doing just that. Pops the soul charge now. Let's get a bit uneven. No fear. Still playing the distance game. Beautiful spacing. Nice interrupt there from Yin. I mean, this is just, it's too clean. It's way too clean of a game plan.
Yeah, well, it's all the very important parts of the game plan versus Grow in particular, right? You do need to interrupt a lot of stance transition, but being able to interrupt the teleport's incredibly important. Got the hit, the low again, and the mileage out of the Avenger A low from Themyscira has been incredibly high. You could put a down payment on a house with that one.
Yeah, what if I told you that with as solid as Yin did, right? The aggression eventually boils through. He's the guy who just continues punching and punching and punching eventually until he gets through. There is no game plan. There's no like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. No, as Grow, I'm just going, and eventually you are going to fall if the mix-ups come through. So much damage. Take advantage of the state here. Getting away from the edge, would not want to lose all of his hard work to a simple ring out, and there is the slice. Hey, you love it. Single button, horizontal, big slice, a lot of range, good check, and just at the tip means that his neutral is also upping too, because Yin has seeming to be outside the range of every previous setup hit after combos are like, there's so many layers right now, and I'm not gonna go over your heads with all the nonsense. We're just gonna keep it going. Both men on the board. We've got another set. EU came to play today. No 3-0s.
Yeah, so one thing with Themyscira, they have kind of adapted a similar thing that Yin is doing. Yin, we had talked about many at a time about how he has been interrupting Themyscira's stance transition. That very last hit was just a taste of his own medicine. They specifically hit that A to catch the stance transition into, the normal guard before it came out. Or maybe he didn't normal guard, maybe he specifically tried to press a button. And that was the killer right there. Being able to react to that is another important thing in the matchup in particular. It's important for both players to be able to do that to each other, but it's really important that Themyscira got it this early, because now they can at least have that on the table.
I mean, you're planting the seeds for further sets, and it's only 1-1. Still 2 more wins to go for either opponent. who is going to move on the upper bracket side. And again, here we go. Now that it's back to 1-1, you're seeing a reset in the approach now. Just taking it slowly, piece by piece. Adaptation, a huge thing in fighting games, no matter what it is. And you're just seeing it on display. A lot of respect right now. Your turn, my turn. Traditional gameplay. What is this? Where's the dirt?
Well, I mean, this is probably the closest to dirt we're gonna get with the way these two play because of how solid everything is, and I feel like going to dirt at this point might actually be to detrimental, you know, because when somebody plays this solid, they usually have a lot of knowledge about the gimmicks, about the mix-ups, right? And when they have a lot of knowledge about those sorts of things, they can punish you.
Nice block there on the Avenger A. Just watching the legs this time a little bit more. Playing dangerous. There's a counter hit. Oh, and very unfortunate situation. I did not expect that to whip on the follow-up. Won't whip on the follow-up to this lethal hit. Nice damage. There's a lot of red bar into escape. Resets the neutral. Lets him live on the Oki situation.
Yeah, and I mean, Yin has basically built up a ton of bar for this without having to spend any of it, but the Great Tuck, not a super strong punish, unfortunately, for Themistee, and Yin is going to take that to the bank with a 6A plus B to finish it off. Try this.
Maxie's just bad. I wonder what his job was like in an alternate life. He seems like one of the, hey, like the fragrance people in the mall. Like they just walk up on you, you know. It's just, oh my god, disgusting. Free food samples. This guy's a menace and he needs to be dealt with, but unfortunately, the Soulcalibur ring, you have to fight if you want to deal with these type of people, and trying this is something you have to deal with whether you want it or not. Close to ring out, building up the stars. Not too crazy,
great
but
whip punish.
CE whip punish. Woo! Full animation. Believe in the power of the Nunchaku. Fire dragons, always hype. Fire dragons are always hype. Always, 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 always. 100% of the time, all the time.
That was a super strong whip punish. Basically, none of that meter was used for the entirety of Yin's game. And the one chance that it is on a whip punish, we see a similar situation as the previous round, or previous game, excuse me, where he was just waiting for them to do something. And, oh, okay, yeah, I have all this bar that I've not been using because I haven't needed it. This is the perfect way to kill you because, I mean, you're below that. You're in that yellow life situation. That CE is more than likely going to kill unless it's one of those CEs that do less damage, right? But Maxie's is not one of them. So,
no. Yeah, especially with the full animation, you're going to eat it all. I wonder, do you think that the players get greedy and they try to save meter for next rounds, or what do you think is the mindset when you don't spend the cash? I mean, everybody at this level is skilled enough to be aware of their surroundings, the meter situation, and what's going on. Think it's more stubborn? Or I don't know. Do you think they have too much belief in themselves? I like to pick their brains about that.
It's definitely a combination because not a lot of 3D players are used to having meter in general, right? It doesn't exist in a lot of games. So you know, it's just like, oh yeah, sometimes I forgot I could use this soul charge or something like that, right? And so either that or, you know, their opponent has shown them so much knowledge they're scared to use the bar.
Okay, well, I see what happens here. We got the switch from the Misty to the all-white grow. You know, you gotta look good to play good, baby. It is very much a thing, right? It's all in the psychology. And I don't think Yin cares about any of that because this is a blowout of a round. A singular hit will get the job done. But we've seen stranger things before.
So unfortunately for them, Yin is going to be taking that first round pretty convincingly, and that is the patience and the what we like to call small caliber at work here, and the lethal hit. Okay, well, not going to be able to get much of a follow-up, and the soul charge is also going to whip. Small punish, but it's better than getting hit by that lethal hit for sure.
Yeah, nice delay there from the Misty as we got that in there.
It is the Misty.
Looking for the big uppercut. Not sure what was going on there. It's looking for the home run swing. I don't think baseball was invented yet in these times, so maybe Grow invented it, and right back at you. Oh, no! Just out of range. This is the neutral I'm talking about. You wonder why we get super hyped for moments like that? He was a pixel away from getting sliced, and Yin, just the knowledge, the respect, just everything. This is a complete player, man. Yin just has it all.
Yeah, I mean, Yin just barely outside of that critical edge range. I know the Misty really was, that was like a really strong call out for timing, right? That finally using the bar in a strong way, but unfortunately, they just were not in the right spacing. Now, up against the ledge here, and Yin fighting back really beautifully, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, no detriment to this beautiful stage and the sunset. It just makes me so happy. Can I get a ring out, please? For like the convenience. No? Okay, I guess Yin doesn't care. He's looking to close this out with a full combo. That is a lot. Yes, sir. Put the mix together. One big sequence, and it spills curtains. Definitive game there. 3 rounds to 0. The champ is here, baby. I'm looking to defend. Put another ring on the finger. Let's see. Step 1 complete.
Yeah, so unfortunately for them, the Misty was just staying on the ground, expecting a different type of mix-up, right? And staying on the ground is a pretty strong option when you're expecting a lot of different options that are normally highs or mids, right? But
yes,
Yin very specifically went to the option that ends up being an unblockable due to the way that the game mechanics work. It may not have been fire, but it was definitely unblockable. I can tell you that for sure.
It's so sick. I never get tired of this animation. It's so good. What a sick character, man. Maxi giving you a lot of tools, a lot of options to play how you want with him too, right? We saw the style of earlier in the bracket. We caught our man just going crazy and wild the whole time. Fanlee, and then you get a more settled, more seasoned, calm, compact Yin that just kind of goes with the flow of the match. And it's just wonderful, man. It's so great, the variety you have available to you in these characters with how deep their movesets are, you know, outside of the basic B&B stuff that everybody has to do, right? It's just more of the same. Full unblockable, let me get that. You can't, you know, it is what it is, bro. You know you lost when you ended up in this situation to begin with, and that sets the stage for the upper bracket quarterfinals, or semifinals, excuse me. Upper bracket semifinals, Keev and Fanlee, Yin and Rufus, both Maxi players advancing, a bit of Nightmare, a bit of Taki, and 1 elimination thus far, Skyzo, after making it all the way to the grand final of last month's. He's gonna come up just shy, gonna go home in 7th place this month.
Yeah, so I mean, we have a lot more action for you to come, but one thing I do got to talk to you about before we get to that is that these are completely open tournaments. These are tournaments that you at home can completely join and play in and be one of these people that you see on the broadcast here. You just hit that link below me, compete.playstation.com, or you know, you boot up Soulcalibur if that's the game you want to play, or maybe one of the other games that we run tournaments for here in the Open Series, and you just go to the button that says PS4 Tournaments or compete.playstation.com, and you can sign up for any of them or all of them if you like all of those fighting games. Because, absolutely. Well, hey, there's something great, right?
we're so nice that we're actually just going to take a break right now, and that's exactly what you should do in this quick intermission, all right? We'll be right back. Keep it locked. More Soulcalibur 6 EU tournament action coming up right after this.
Right on cue, speak it into existence, and it shall be. Close your eyes, don't get blinded by the light.
Yeah, 10K. That's pretty good.
2 touches, and there it is, tournament champion.
I can check.
PlayStation.
17.9.
Bring it. Fantasy star. What? Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, right. Bring it. Bring it.
Dedicate this to the wind. Leave this place. Get ready. Leave this place. Get ready. Leave this place.
Take this.
Damn! As far as you go. How cliche. Leave this place. See! There!
All right, so I'm gonna keep it nice and simple with you, right? If at least one of you took the time to sign up, you're already winning, right? Experience, you can't. The only way to get it is to go get it. You understand? So, thank you so much. Welcome back to the EU portion of the Soulcalibur 6 April monthly final. Katana Prime alongside Ebonic Plague, and we just got some fire matches for you. For those of you who have been here from the beginning, you know the madness that is going down. Keev and bboy-skyzo to set it off. Fanlee Jr. and newcomer Patrick, all right? Real names, no gimmicks, just Patrick, all right? Rufus, it's just crazy, and Yin. So we have all three of the Open Series champion winners who just consistently win, like each month. They're all alive. And top three or four spots, and the losers bracket, or the lower bracket, excuse me, getting feisty as well. A long journey to try to climb up into the money, as the top four is where you get paid. And Ebonic, man, what's the journey like, man? It is a journey. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not even gonna go too hard on it.
Yeah, this had to have been one of the more stacked brackets before the broadcast started, because, you have to make it through the top 32 just to make it into this top 8 broadcast in the first place, and these players did that. And that was with some of the best that we've seen in the Open Series. These players made it through those runs, right? And I mean, Keev, Fanlee, we were probably expecting to see them in some capacity, but even through that top 32 bracket, it was definitely difficult. It was not an easy run.
It was super short. And then you still have one of the stories too, where Patrick gets a bit of a break, right? And ends up here somehow. And in the losers bracket, knocks out Skyzo. So still very much alive. Like it's not over until it's over. So we got to pull up right now for the mainstays. We got Keev and we got Fanlee. We'd like to know, who do you think is gonna win? The Open Series in EU is pretty consistent, except today is the first time I think I've ever seen Keev lose a poll to not Rufus. Hello? Is that what we're doing today? Hold the phone. Oh, okay. No, I see you, PlayStation. I see what's going on. Let me. I'm just gonna sit back and watch now, because this is a different crowd today.
Well, I mean, you have talked about it yourself a couple of times, right? Fanlee is basically one of the big crowd favorites of the Open Series and has been for a long time. The speed run on the 7 stars. If any of you have watched that, I can understand why you're probably voting a little bit for Fanlee right there. But yeah, I mean, like, Keev has won just about every poll, has gotten top 3 in just about every tournament. It's real hard to vote against him a lot of the time.
It is a changing of the guard here. I don't know what happened in the 2021 water, but it's got everybody acting different, all right? This is a wonderful change of events, but we still must play the games. Keev seemed to be a little bit too much in previous meetings between these two, but it's a new month, it's a new day. Let's get it. I'm ready. Do you think he's just going to be able to run amok against Nightmare? Hello, you've run into the Soul and Sword. You're going to lose. Look at that. Immediately, he got caught trying to run in there and got slapped. All right, sit down and be humble.
Yeah, that was already an incredible start right there for Keev. I mean, that's one of the best ways you can do it, but Fanlee not letting it phase him, you know, sitting down, still being humble, and can do so while still taking the W, right?
I don't know if that drill comes through, it's gonna eat you up. But, oh, wait a minute, the run up through. And Fanlee saying, hey, hold up, KP. 50% of the people, more than that, a majority share have got my back. Maybe you need to get on this train as well, as he continues up trying to fast forward his way all the way through the 7-star 7s.
Yeah, I mean, that was all the damage that Keev got that round, was that one lethal hit. So, but a lot more damage on the table this time. We talk about Nightmare's name being synonymous with the trait of damage, and you can see it right here. This should be death.
Pop. And yes, sir. Talk to him. Okay, Keev not looking to be outdone under any capacity. It's just one round, right? Here's a drill just to check your chest, since Fanlee likes to run in so much. Try this.
I mean, that's how it all is, always. One round at a time. You can get kind of bodied one round, but you need to come back without being demoralized. Keep doing exactly that. Got the hit here, but
it's so fast. It's how fast is that? It's just like decapitate you. Oh, wait a minute. This is gonna
not
be
the unblockable version, though. And, wow, no punish? Really? Okay.
Yeah, that was a very weird sequence there. I don't know what kind of read time Keev was on, but I know he's trying to do the one where he avoids the side of the stage, not looking for a ring out. But Fanlee still realizing, even in bad positioning for a ring out, he still had the life lead. So while Keev is desperately trying to escape and avoid, you know, an easy round giveaway, Fanlee just tacked on the damage, and it's just solidarity, man. Picking up exactly where Yin left off. I love to see the adjustment in play from Fanlee Jr. here.
Oof, well, unfortunately not really working out on this round, because Keev just kind of running away with a lot of it. The soul attack comes out, is forced, and Fanlee trying to make this comeback right here. And it's a smart idea, right? Because even if he loses this round, which he ended up doing, he's gonna get that bar back, and that's the comeback potential of being on the final round here, is you get that bar back.
It's optimal meter usage right there. Didn't want to leave anything on the board that was basically given to him for free. But wait a minute, what is this? Is that the wall? It is. Again. That man is lucky. Let's see how he makes up for it. Oh, and that whiff, because Nightmare was too low on the attack. Horrible situation for the hurt box, but try this. Right up on you, still got some damage on the board. Here's a pickup, looking for a ring out, and gets it. Watches the legs, a little tap, a dunk on the back. It's just, what do you want to do? Just pop. I'm kind of old. I'm 30 plus, so, you know, my legs, I can't do all that maxi stuff. But, you know, if I hold my leg, bum. You saw the move, you know how it looks, and it was great utility as Fanlee draws first blood against Keev 1-0, man. Are we seeing Keev kind of like become more human? Because he had a 3-2 in the first round, and we know EU is usually 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, and Keev is a big, like, delivery man of those. So, I don't know. Or, better, did the level of competition just rise up? Everybody else is just getting that much better.
That's what it is. Entering these open series events day in and day out. They've been playing with the best, and now they're learning from the best. Now they're looking to beat the best, as Fanlee has been putting on a show here. It may have been close that first round, but, you know, sometimes information allows things to snowball.
Yes, absolutely. Download. I don't know where it is on the bar yet. Keev's definitely one of those type of players where he just gets data, and in clutch situation, he always seems to come out on top. But with this combo, with that counter hit start, the wall bounce, this might be enough.
Ooh, yeah, faking the mid right there, getting Keev to stand, and then walking up and finally doing the low right there. Fanlee with the first round, and that was some of the patience and the taking of the turn that's really important.
Oh, right back at you, called out. AGI, lethal hit, nothing too much there, but more importantly, optimization is not all about damage, right? Positioning and Oki, all of that comes into play, and Fanlee is just so clean right now, on point. He's not giving up this space.
Yeah, no, I could not agree more about optimization. That's just showing why Fanlee continues the pressure at all times, is because the optimal positioning, the optimal resource management is allowing the pressure, and now that guard gauge is flashing red.
Yes.
You're gonna see a lot more stepping from Keev, if at all possible.
You gotta try all of this. Everything is on the menu. Oh, and gets the errant swipe. He's gonna be able to live to fight another day. Big time launch, buying time for his guard gauge to get better, but still in big time trouble. However, Fanlee's back into the wall. Big turnaround. Then get the follow-up, but gets the armor break. And there you go. Wake up. It's time. Yo, Fanlee. Oh.
2 bars here for Keev, and that could amount to a ton of damage depending on if he's got a chance to use it. And oh, but a great duck under, getting the lethal hit due to that fact. And now he's got the pressure, forcing Keev to soul charge. This is one of the few times I have seen Keev being forced to use soul charge just to get back into the game.
Yeah, because Fanlee came to win. That's what I'm seeing here. And this 2 games against Keev thus far, although he's getting, you know, mopped and bopped right now. We're going to go to the next round. But
nope.
he came to play. He certainly came to play.
Ooh, all right. Well, Keev at the very least staying alive, and because of the way that he played that out, he was able to get a lot of that bar back that he ended up using on the soul charge. So it kind of ended up just being like he barely even used it. That's one of the important parts of using your meter, and Keev sees that exact situation happening again, and look at the chip right there. But okay, so you may not have seen it, but Fanlee did the guard on every time the attack would hit, and if you do it at the exact same timing, it actually takes the chip down. You take less chip from just frame guarding. So Fanlee actually took a lot less damage from that, and now staying alive.
Listen, man, this man came to win. What? Excuse me?
Heaven's Guard.
Nah, bro, this is not fair. That's right, yeah, make him pay for his sins. Absolutely, that's what I'm talking about, Keev. He did not deserve that to connect, and the Nightmare doing what it does best, and ruining those who think they are gonna sleep soundly after doing terrible deeds such as that.
Nightmare never out of the game at any point in time, as long as you have even a pixel of health, which Keev had. Using that to great effectiveness, despite the fact that Heaven's Guard hitting from behind. But the lethal hit here. Oh, stop. Surf is mad rough right now.
Yeah, just stop it right now. Big time opportunity, gets the extra damage, sits down, stay in the corner, right back at you. No logs for me. I'm coming in, looking for the throw, pops it. All right, the mask is off, the armor is off. He's whiffing. And here's a soul charge. Let's get back to business.
Oh, but there it is again, and trying to resist impact on the way back. And Fanlee, despite the fact that that was the first time anybody had tried to resist impact directly after a Heaven's Guard, was ready for it, delayed the punish,
that's what I'm
called
talking
it out
about.
beautifully.
He came to win. It is not Keev coming down. Everybody is just getting better. And you know what they say? Like, you foster the community, you enter, a rising tide lifts all souls in this case, as we go forward, and Fanlee looking like this month is his to ascend. Now, he would need to defend almost every previous champion to take the crown, and we don't want to crown him yet because it's only 2 games. You still need 1, and we've seen reverse 3-0s. We've had them happen to us in real life, and we've commentated them time and time again, right? They're devastating. So we're not going to jump the gun just yet, but whoo! I am starting to understand why the 52% of you felt so confident in this Fanlee pick.
Yeah, definitely the chat showing up right now for sure. I mean, it was real close, but Fanlee is not making it look as close anymore. And, you know, Keev fighting his way back, finally being able to Grim Stride his way out. 6A plus B. That's going to be one of the best ways to check Nightmare's offense, is that move right there. But the break attack just slow enough to stop the Heaven's Guard. You know,
Oh, wait a
side throw.
minute. This is going to be a lot of damage. Follow up. Yes. And that is the round for Fanlee Jr. Oh, doing the family name proud.
Yeah, I mean, earlier we mentioned it. I guess, you know, it's important to bring up Fanlee Jr. This name has actually been brought down through the lineage. Fanlee Jr. This is not the first Fanlee, quite obviously by the junior state.
Yeah, lineage of Maxi Mangs just passing down through the Soulcalibur legacy and actual blood. However, do you think Keev and Nightmare care anything about that? Oh, and they don't have a choice. Get the follow-up, full animation. All right, we're going to enter this dragon one good time. Flames.
That is the second time that Fanlee had gotten that. He had been specifically looking for these revenge attacks. That one right there in particular. Jumps over the low, gets the throw. I can't believe Fanlee was ready for that.
Yeah, he knows there's a lot going on. My man has evolved, but evolution can be stopped in different spots. There's a big swipe, and although it's a single hit away, he has a sequence as well. Big slash, mid, run up, duck, Keev 2 steps ahead. And here comes the back and forth, man. These matches are just too exciting today.
Yeah, I don't know what's in the water of this right now, but it just never stops. It keeps going, and then there's the punish right there for Fanlee. Not gonna get a follow-up afterwards. And then Keev fighting back, getting away from the wall. I feel like that's when Keev has been getting a lot of the best work in, is when he's stuck back to the wall. He fights back really well.
Oh, sliding under, doesn't want to get drilled. Oh, try this. Looking to try it again, not the second time. Oh my God, this just framed right on cue, back to back. And this entry is an opportunity. Sidestep. Bang, 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 bang. Count it, baby. Call the dragons out, man.
Fanlee Jr. maybe going into this next round having to fight 2 bars versus none, but that does not matter whatsoever because at the very least you're up and all you need is the 1W at this point to take the set.
Yeah, Fanlee is just too on point right now. I kind of want to see him get all the way through. It's just been insane. Working on the guard cage a little bit, and you can see more respect up close after a sequence. Both of these contestants looking for like follow-ups. You're not seeing too much GIs, but you're seeing a lot of lethal hits.
That is the 3rd time in this entire set. Oh, the duck, but no punish. Gets the guard break, however. That's going to be good damage on this.
A splat, pick him back up, no, follow him. Stay near the wall, and that is going to be curtains if you get this follow-up, and that is it. Fanlee Jr. on his way to the upper bracket final. 3-1 over. That's 3 of them things, right?
Has Keev ever been 3-0'd in the Open Series? Has that ever happened? I don't think it has.
It ain't even about him no more. This is now the Fanlee Jr. show. And we told you at the top of the broadcast he was a heavy fan favorite, not to win, just personable. We love to see him play. And now he's just taking it up a notch. He's going to go from fan favorite to, hey, put the strap on that man, all right? He deserves a title. The road is still troubled. It is still very long. But let's take highlights and celebrate this victory he had over Keev. This was just impressively clean gameplay. I don't know what's going on with this very solid, very smart Maxi, but Yin and Fanlee seem to be on a collision course to the finals with how strong they're playing.
God, I mean, you're going to see a little bit of it right there. There's a lot of interrupt, excellent dealings with the armor frames, and that's kind of how Fanlee did it. You notice, Fanlee never got 7 stars once. I have not seen that in a single match that Fanlee has played in the Open Series.
Yeah, that was that disgusting Heaven's Guard. He had to pay for this one, yeah. Thank you. Absolve him of that round. He didn't deserve that.
That happens so often, dude. Heaven's Guard catching people from behind. It's hilarious to watch every time.
No, it's not. It's bad, and you should feel bad as a Maxi player. But we all know Maxi players have no souls. They don't feel bad at all for anything. So they continue with the fire gameplay. It is rude, but every Maxi player that I've met, I'm cool with them. But I'm not going to forgive them for their gameplays. Stop acting like this is honest, all right? This is disgusting, and you know it, and they know it. Buff Maxi.
All right, well, yeah, that's Fanlee taking it over Keev 3-0, making it to the upper bracket finals. You guys are going to see the Keev here in the lower bracket, waiting on the winner between the Misty and D-Now Nin. Patrick waiting on the winner, or excuse me, the loser of this next match between Rufus and Yin.
Like, Patrick is certainly taking advantage of a situation. If Patrick is able to win his next match, he's in the money. He would be in that 4th place game. you know, in a position where, you know, some people had to miss it and a buy here or a buy there, and you're able to squeeze through. Oh, you don't deserve it. Who cares? You're here, and you've shown that you do deserve it by taking out Skyzo. So that shows the people at home the opportunity is there. You know, all you have to do is show up, and you too can be next as we get a live update on the bracket. D now Nin 3-0 over the Misty, and that sets up Nin versus Keev. Oh my goodness. More Astaroth. It's
big bodies.
Oh my god, it's so insane. It's going down. I would love to share the stories and watch the gameplay of all you gods out there, including Rufus and Yin, to which we've done a multitude of times now. But do not forget to sign up, compete.playstation.com, or check it right from Soulcalibur 6 on your PlayStation 4 dashboard. It's wonderful. Costs you nothing. You can leave with some money, and you can deliver some incredibly hype and memorable moments for however forever to come. I mean, this whole open series has been a fantastic ride. And Ibanik, if you got any thoughts, man, how do you feel? What do you tell an aspiring competitor?
Yeah, so it's not going to be easy at all times, right? Like, unless, of course, you're apparently Yin, right? But no, for real. You have to just sit down, and when you play those matches, you're going to want to learn from those matches specifically. Take it all in stride, right? Like, see what your opponent's doing, and see how maybe you can apply that to your game plan. Because when you fight some of the people in the open series, you're fighting some of the best, and they're always going to have something to teach you.
Yeah, I love that. And the more you surround yourself with playing those level of players, you go with them, right? You'll get to where you are, and then you can aim higher, and then boom, there you go. And then you're making money. It's beautiful stuff. But with that being said, our contestants are getting ready. All right, it's going to be Yin going up against Rufus. You know me. I'm Team Rufus, 10 out of 10, 365, 366 on a leap year, just because I've kind of fallen in love with the drama and how he answers his questions when we try to get to know him. You know, how he's just relaxed and, you know, it's like, yo, why do you play this game? Oh, because I need money. Oh, okay. Sick, bro. Do you get nervous? Nah, not really. I don't really care about anything. I'm just as calm as the ocean breeze. Like, these are legit answers from this man. He's also a fantastic player. So when you mix that personality with the high-level gameplay, that's how you make KP a fan. And I'll be surprised, man. Again, however, Yin is the defending champion. So this is currently his house. We are all visitors. But Rufus, you're running him to daddy's home. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, and already Rufus, again, back to business. This, again, is something that I'm not used to seeing. Normally, Rufus is very play with your food type of player. Not at all throughout the start of this open series so far. Oh, beautiful whip punish right there. Just waited and reacted. Probably wasn't even looking for that particular move, but, you know, had the right response. Block on the low, and then again, the right response.
He's gonna cross over again. Her back blow now about to try this and wakes up again. Oh my god, I can't believe that recovers in time. Rufus playing risky but gets opened up. This should be enough for the end combo. Yes.
That was all started by Yin ducking that high string, was able to get Rufus into a bad situation by hitting him, being plus at that situation, and then Rufus wanted to press buttons despite the fact that it was Yin's turn and got lethal hit for the troubles.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, and Rufus going to the if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Continue on the same string. Ducks under. And Yin says, hey, I have some character knowledge too. Don't forget about me. Oh, I won't. As I slice your neck and break the armor off the top. Solid damage. Wake up soul charge.
Yin has gotten a third of Rufus's life solely off ducking and getting wall rising beats. Like, that has been a third of Rufus's life at this point, and that is impressive. Because that shows that you know exactly what Rufus is going to do when he does it. And, well, I mean, now I guess you're not, because Rufus getting all these lows left and right. Finally,
and then we dancing on him, baby. We're dancing on him. Who makes... I wonder... What Soulcalibur character would be a musician in these times for Taki to dance to? I don't know. That's something to think about. Either way, what was super impressive was the constant amount of counter hits that came back to back to back in that round. Rufus recognizing that he could get extensions on these combos because he caught Yin pressing a button, as indicated by the electric around their body when you get opened up. It's a lot, man. And Rufus just really a ninja, just jumping, diving, teleporting, disappearing everywhere.
7 stars on deck here for Yin. You know, transferred it from Fanlee, I guess. And,
yeah, swapping momentum, right? You saw the things that you never really saw. There's an opening. Not gonna go for the full animation. Instead gets the corner carry.
Yeah, pushing all the way to the ledge right now. Now, there is 2 bars for Rufus, so this is not horrific, despite the life lead. Oh, tried to get around it and gonna use one of those 2 bars on the big damage critical edge here.
This animation is so sick.
Now stay down.
Just barely alive.
He makes up incoming, or no, just simple. Ran up, delayed a little bit. Here's a shin kick. Just make sure you got that crouch guard going on, or else it's going to be over. That's so
That's the
intimidating.
hard part.
Man. Yeah, it's super intimidating. We have low life, and the Soulcalibur's character's move list just opens up to literally anything can kill you. They have like hundreds of moves. It's insane. So you have to fear everything.
Oh, the GI is going to get bodied right there. And yeah, not a lot of guard gauge here for Yin, so forced to use the soul charge on this one. No whip punish,
Whoa.
but does the normal guard connect? No, it was just a bit later.
Wow.
Rufus with the excellent timing, and that should finish it off, I do believe.
Yes. Beautiful call out from Rufus. I don't know what Yin was expecting after, but Rufus was definitely committing to that option regardless of what happened. He just went straight into the CE on a reversal. And yeah, leave this place. Coming true. Rufus, first up, 1-0. Again, nothing to get too crazy about, but we did see a surprise 3-0 in this other half of the upper bracket, so EU tends to follow suit. I'm not calling anything. I'm just the messenger, man. That's all.
Retold.
Hey, look, I totally understand. Now, we did see something brought to the table right there from Rufus that was actually versus Yin previously when the Misty fought Yin. And that was interrupting the transitions from Maxi. And that's what that CE was. Specifically saw the stance transition interrupt, saw that the auto GI came out and was like, okay, I can see you right now, and then it's completely safe and it's guaranteed to hit because you have already committed to this option. You can't cancel it. You're done.
Yeah, exposed. Just live. Caught an 8,000K live by Ebonic Plague. Let's get into game 2. See if it's more of the same or we get a switch up from Yin.
Nice block right there. And ooh, okay, the throw though, that's interesting because a lot of the time a Maxi player will continue the pressure string from the Maxi stance transition, and Yin using that to advantage, right? And look what it afforded to him. Rufus thought for sure it would be something else and was not ready for the throw.
I don't know,
looked like lost him the round.
Looked like 7 golden letters to me, dog. It wasn't just a normal round. It was that's a P. You drop a P in the chat for that one. Perfect. It was a 2-player game, but one person didn't do anything.
Already possession throw
That
coming
hurts.
out right there. Ooh, wow, actually a whip punish on the jump there. And, wow,
Yeah, so
and
much
right
damage.
back at you?
What, that's how you feel? Is that how you feel, Rufus? Is that the game you want to play? You want to be right back? I got you. All right, I see what's happening. Oh, no, I know what's happening. They're using that wonderful, that game share thing. That's what's happening here. You know, they just pass the controller to each other. Yeah, beautiful. I'm on to y'all.
Pound for pound, round for round, and now no longer perfects on the table. We're getting as close as it gets, it looks like.
Now stay down.
Big damage here for Rufus. It's going to be full screen, so luckily doesn't have, you know, the Oki options, but already with the whip punish right there. And Yin, yeah, was going to have to pull out on the stops. That round was not going to be in their favor at that point.
Yeah, who needs Oki when you have Supreme Neutral? Rufus getting it in from any position on the screen. He just seemingly always has the right approach, whether through the air, through possession stance, or just a clean-up, run-up, sidestep. Rufus just has the answers.
Luckily for Yin, that soul charge happened just as Rufus was jumping. Not going to matter, though. Rufus not caring about soul charge, just continuing forward, but great interrupt right there.
Oh, yeah,
Again?
right back at you. Right back at you.
He's gonna get a little bit of extra damage because Yin is in the yellow life, but not gonna kill here. And again, the same situation. Rufus preying upon that fact, running in, not having any fear, and able to hit when Yin wanted to be able to interrupt the jump forward.
Yeah.
Rufus had gone to so many jump forwards at that point. I think Yin was feeling comfortable in wanting to try to interrupt. But the problem is she has multiple uses of that jump forward, right? She can do attacks afterwards. She does not have to just jump forward and have nothing happen. So
also,
that was just one thing that Yin was looking at.
Welcome to
historically, when you check the footage, man, you look into the cards, Rufus always does the thing. Whatever it is, end round, the big read, he is going to be the person who does it. He's the initiator. He doesn't stand by. He never dies blocking. That just doesn't happen. If there's a low life situation, you better believe that whatever Taki's doing, an attack is coming out of it. So maybe a mental note that Yin wants to take down and be prepared for next time. Still very close that round. It wasn't as crazy, but again, Rufus just in control, 2-0, trying to follow suit and see another Open Series champion eat a 3-0 and fall down to the lower bracket.
He switched to Wong. I didn't want to interrupt. But
this makes you happy. No, yeah, absolutely. It's all good. This is all you, baby. You got it.
Yeah, I love this character. He is maybe the most technical character in Calibur right now. He has so many different things going on for him. But you notice right there, the talisman is called Devastation that Ian specifically chose. This talisman is anti-soul charge. But one thing is, despite the fact that, there's no soul charge happening right now, is that Huang gets a damage boost regardless of what talisman he's in at all times that he's in the talisman. So this is basically just to do as much damage as possible from the get-go. Problem being is Rufus is here to play.
Yeah.
Oh, up against the wall, that should be death.
Yeah, you're dead. Another wall splat, another follow-up, one more mix-up, and swipes the legs. Watch your kneecaps. I felt like that combo should have killed, but even so, Rufus was ready, optimizing position, spacing, and he knew what time it was. Again, he's never gonna die blocking.
Already big hits left and right, stopping the steps here from Rufus and catching. Now, this character has a bevy of lows, right? Yeah, there's one of them. And another one right there. I speak it into existence, I guess, right? He is one of the characters with the most lows in the game, probably. But you'll notice right there is depending on how many talismans he has left, when he starts the next round, he will lose resources, whether it depends on the life bar or the meter that he loses, depending on how many talismans he doesn't have. And this time it was life bar. But Soul Charge is activated, so Devastation is at its strongest now.
Oh, wow. Went right under, gets sparked up, leave this place. Into the corner we go. Loved it. This is where Rufus was able to secure those rounds. And yo, Huang's such a, he's sick. Yo, his animations are ridiculous. Hello?
He's so cool. I love this character so much.
How is he not the coolest? This character is sick.
But, I mean, Rufus very smartly staying on the ground, noticing that Yin had pretty much not gone to any OTG options. And, the launch, but no punish on that. Throw comes out, immediate tech, and catching out of the air. The lightning bolt does not connect.
No.
And now it's just Mix-Up City at this point, and Rufus wins the Mix-Up game on that.
Robbery right there. I thought that lightning would have connected for sure. Except he give Taki a chance if you know that Rufus is not going to go out blocking, so you're going to have to press a button or guess. And oh, wait a minute. Back to the corner, playing a good spacing game. Taki cannot reach Huang from anything here unless he wants to take a jumping approach.
Yeah, no, Huang has some of the farthest reaching verticals in the entire game. You do not want to try and mess with him at that full range. But right now, the meter not really getting used, and I mean, Yin is having a lot of trouble navigating some of the stuff that Rufus is bringing to the table. Finally able to get a knockdown here, which could change things, and was ready for the up kicks, but didn't get the punish.
Yeah, unfortunate situation on the placement, but it's okay. You have to get right back at it. You have to let it go and move past it. A lot of damage on the throw. Oh, jumps in, gonna sit her down.
Is that too high? No, it was too high, but the back turn B+K actually jumps over the low. That was beautiful for Yin, but unfortunately the whip GIs is gonna be the downfall there. And what started to be a close match ended up being just a little bit too many nerves for Yin, and kind of started pressing the buttons where they weren't needed, unfortunately.
Can we talk about the read there at the end with Rufus going into possession and running around? As you know, Taki cannot block while she's in that stance, right? And she's just hovering around and knowing that Yin is going to press something, just waited the whole time. Yin could have just pressed and ate him up. But nope, Rufus knew. It was like, okay, he knows I'm going to go out swinging. So let me catch this GI on reversal. It's just clean gameplay. The mind games, it's just too much. As Rufus continues on and moves on to the upper bracket final where he will meet, what's my man's name? Fanlee. There you go. So sorry, bro. I'm so mesmerized. I'm mixing up my maxis.
Wait, yeah, there's two maxis in the bracket right now. It's you may say Yin on accident, especially because of the change up that has happened here. Yin was our previous monthly champion, right? And so now knocked into the lower bracket at this point by Rufus. And again, I have to continuously mention that this is a different Rufus than I am used to seeing personally. This is all business Rufus, no messing around. This has just been all the way through.
Yeah, very unfortunate situation there. I'm looking for the lightning strike to do something. And Rufus is like, no way. All right, you have low health. I have low health. We're both going to press a button here. Let me press it first. And man, that throw did so much damage. it instantly changes the dynamic of where you have to go in terms of your approach on offense, because now you don't have health to give. You can't afford to eat a small combo or a reversal, anything, right? There's no meter. It's just disgusting. And right on cue, I mean, look at it. Everybody caught up 3-0s to previous monthly champions. Fanlee and Rufus, easily the two most impressive players thus far on the broadcast, sitting pretty guaranteed in the money, no less than third place for the both of them. And the bracket continues on the bottom.
Yeah, and so before we get into that upper bracket finals, I again got to implore you guys that you can enter these tournaments as well. No cost to you, and from the comfort of your own home. You can go to compete.playstation.com, or you could do so through the game when you go to PS4 tournaments button right there. You can enter one of these open qualifiers. They are weekly up until these monthly finals that you see on the broadcast here, and you could be one of these players playing for your portion of that prize money. And you know, the weeklies, they also have prize money for first place as well, so you definitely want to place there.
Yeah, so take your time, get a snack, be right back. All right, got another break coming on. We'll be here with more Soulcalibur of the EU monthly finals. All right, y'all keep it locked.
Let's cut right to it. Right on cue. Speak it into existence and it shall be. Close your eyes. Don't get blinded by the light. I will 2 touches and there it is. Tournament champion.
It's gonna get rough. I'll show you true grit. Bring it. Get ready. Stand aside. Going somewhere? Naive. Surf's gonna get rough. I'm gonna going somewhere. Why do you resist? Get forward! Get forward!
Not good enough. This is as far as you go. I'll catch this. Now stay down. See. Stay down. Leave this place.
Too fast, boy!
This is as far as you go.
It's gonna get rocked!
Hey, welcome back to the PS4 Tournament's Open Series. We have gone through some crazy matches at this point, put previous monthly champions in the lower bracket, and we are continuing with the great action that's been going on so far.
Yes. I mean, it's not what you expected. You said at the beginning you talk about fantasy brackets and then people who want to just make their predictions. Yeah, good luck. Good luck getting that right in 2021, as it seems the mold has shifted and we want to have some new people step into things. But for now, we're going to take a look at the brackets, give it a little correction, had a little mishap, right? It was actually the Misty who ended up taking it over Nin, 3-0. I would assume that just got, momentum shift, and then you get broken, it happens. And then Keev taking it 3-0 over the Misty. So he has advanced into the lower bracket semifinals and into the money. It's no less than 4th place. Got Yin versus Patrick happening in the background. Excited to see how that goes. But man, we've got a special one for you right there. The upper bracket final. Fanlee Jr. going up against Rufus. I told you, it's the morning. This is Rufus in the morning. This is KP and Rufus in the morning. I like that.
Yeah, maybe start your talk show. Yeah, just put that one down on the notepad for you, buddy.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll do that. Let me hit Rufus up and see if he's willing to talk. But yeah.
So Fanlee and Rufus. Now, see, these are two that I would say are playing differently than I have seen them play within the Open Series. For the first time ever, I had not seen Fanlee go specifically for 7 stars versus Keev, and he 3-0'd Keev, like completely different, right? And then Rufus, not messing with anybody. He's just playing completely all business, right? And I mean, had 3-0'd Yin, our previous monthly champion, and now the chat, looking at those 2 matches, seeing what's been going on, and has decided 60% of them have decided it's Fanlee.
All right, chat. We can no longer be friends. All right, KP I have to be the enemy this time. All right, this is the Rufus show, and y'all gonna put some respect on the Mad Dog's name. All right? Sit back and watch what happens. Well, I mean, we don't have a choice, but, that's just how I feel, man. Mad Dog.
Rufus earned that title for a reason. The way that Rufus plays is Mad Dog incarnate for sure. But Fanlee has been bringing to the table a level of patience, a level of interruption in his opponent's game plan that had not been shown before. And I am very curious to see how that goes, because very specifically earlier we saw Rufus versus Yin, to the point where Yin switched off of Maxi because he couldn't make anything happen versus Rufus.
Yeah,
so it's clear cut that Rufus has shown the versus Maxi playstyle left and right.
That could be really good though for Fanlee as well, because you speak of interrupts. I mean, this is Taki. She goes into stances that you can interrupt, and Rufus's game plan often involves a lot of quick resets and pressure here and there. So if Fanlee can catch on it could definitely be a totally different tide. Maybe his slightly more aggressive style of Maxi will help him in places where it did not help Yin. But again, this is why we play the game. Let's get it. Game on.
It's upper bracket finals right here, trying to figure out who guarantees themselves top 2. But, I mean, look, Rufus was just pushing forward, getting counter hits left and right. Fanlee wanted to press buttons, and now ducking under highs with the combat roll. And, ooh, trying to put the fear of God in him.
Stepping up top. Ooh, okay, back turns. That sounds like I want to get punished in Calibur. I can't really speak the language, but if it's Rufus and you give him the opportunity, he's going to let it rock. Nice sidestep. Both of them trying to avoid a ring out situation. One touch for Rufus, but very solid from Fanlee, not folding. And the classic. How many times is he going to go to that and have it work? Run up.
It's a real strong move. It's really quick. It's very subtle because it's not like she crouches, right? So like you don't know that you're going to get hit by the low.
Gotcha. Hey, slow it down. Yes, I love the lightning strikes, baby. Give me them counter hits.
That's one of the really important parts about fighting games in general, not just Soulcalibur, is being able to figure out your opponent's timing, and you get a lot of counter hits because of it, and it's paying off dividends for Fanlee up until that point where the impact counter came out. Good damage right there from Rufus, and now gets out of the situation where he's been stuck blocking. Got the lethal hit. Is that ring out? Oh, I guess we're gonna find out.
Could be close. Oh, he tried it again, but this time Fanlee was watching the tape and he saw the lack of air control from Nin earlier in the match. And he said, yeah, buddy, not me. I've got enough. However, with 10 seconds to go and doesn't have the meter to stop the clock. Oh, here it is. That patented Rufus trolling, baby.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep flipping. Oh, and leave this place. You thought it was a complete timer scam. No, 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 no. I'm just going to be, you know, annoying enough to possibly get in your head as he starts the very next round running and lethal hit.
This is one of the classic ways to play when you're up 2, is you start putting on the gas when your opponent may have suffered a morale loss from the timeout, but Fanlee, no morale loss here. The gas holding forward, just trying to push as far as he can. And Rufus was expecting a soul charge activation, but no dice there, as Fanlee remains vigilant, patient, not using the bar, catching the step as well.
Yes, nice follow-up extension. Might be good enough,
but no dice.
Woo, and the uppercut. That was just a beautiful move. That took me places, man. It made me feel like I was in a different realm.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that from Yin versus him, and so it kind of ended up being like a lot of extra damage for Fanlee. And
oh, this is trouble. Anytime your opponent is piling on the damage and then your guard gauge is still red, like you're in big time trouble. If he doesn't die from this, he's gonna be in danger of getting his guard broken, which will result in a ring out anyway. He pops the soul charge to try to slow the bleeding.
Oh, yep. And yeah, that was again the same situation. Rufus recognized, hey, you have to commit to this once you have stance transition, so it's not like you can do anything about this CE. I've been saving all this bar. This is the perfect time to use it.
And Rufus, the mad dog. Get out my yard. That's 1-0. All right, so 60% of you who feel otherwise, there's still more to come. But you just saw it. It's a lesson in matchup experience, right? The way he played Yin is the same way he's playing Fanlee. And although Fanlee's a little bit more aggressive in places, his defense against Taki, there's no shift because Rufus has layered his offense to be the same. And if Yin couldn't do it, you know, it would be a pretty strong, like, sample size if I'm Rufus, right? And I know Yin is capable of winning it all. And if my game plan worked against there, then it should work against any Maxi I'd run into. At least that's how I think he sees it.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the very least, there's no reason to change that game plan if it continuously works. And it showed it has continuously worked versus Yin. So you go into this one trying the same game plan. Okay, it worked. Well, why ever stop, right?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, game 2.
Oh, the big whip punish to start it out. And I mean, yeah, that's a statement right there. Just basically saying, hey, you know, you want to get 7 stars and it's a big stage, so you have the opportunity to try it. Well, no. I'm gonna run up to you, hop kick, And now Fanlee is starting on the back foot, especially now that the duck unders are coming.
Yeah, empty jump into another advantage situation where he's getting counter hits and everything just picks up. Rufus, so clean, so efficient. Oh, watch your legs!
Okay, well, at least Fanlee recognized that you can tech out of that last hit right there. So not going to be stuck with all the damage in the world and able to fight back here. Oh, but the normal guard, not going to get the lethal hit on that.
Don't need it right now. If you can get him to try this, maybe 2 or 3 more times, it'll be right up the alley. Serve the menu you would like, but no, it's just more respect. Just watching as Rufus gets piles on the layers. Oh my God, launch. Yes, this may be death.
Yeah, it's definitely a grip of damage on this one. Even if it's not death, you're going to be in checkmate situation, yeah. So Rufus already 2 rounds straight. Has it been 5 rounds for Rufus straight, or did Fanlee get around last time?
It was so quick I can't even keep up with it, to tell you the truth. I think he did, but I don't want to give it to him unjustly as we keep it going 3 times in a row, and the 3rd time is a charm on the launch. Leave this place. Oh wow, wonky hitbox there, but this time works in the favor of Rufus, and yeah, everything is working. Everything.
That break attack is paying off so hardcore for Rufus right now. I mean, Fanlee has not been able to step it in time. It's usually by the time Fanlee recognizes that you can step it, it's been a bit too late. And oh, okay, finally did not commit right there was Fanlee, so has been taking a couple of lessons. Space Jam.
Yeah, we saw him use that to secure a round earlier in the tournament as well, that built-in sidestep, but it's just not quite enough. One opportunity. Oh, picks him up, but cancels. Doesn't go into the full hit. Not a single hit for anybody. Reversal edge. I like the idea. I do. But it's simply not enough.
Just close enough. If he had held that reversal edge a little bit longer, it actually would have ended up working out beautifully. But that's hindsight, right? Like, how do you know that Rufus was going to go to the rest of the string? Well, you don't. So it's just you got to try, or if you don't, you know, there's consequences possibly.
I knew he was gonna go to the whole string.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
Rufus,
okay.
bro. It's Rufus. He's going to do the thing. Whatever the thing is, he does it every time. In round. Pay attention, baby. Pay attention. But that is 2-0 now in favor of Rufus. He is 1 singular game away from a winner's side berth in the grand finals, which allows him to drop an entire set and still be alive. So if you're able to go in on winners, that guarantees you no less than 2nd place. And $300 is looking real good for $0 entry right now.
Yeah, most definitely. And it's Fanlee's game here to really make some serious adjustments. And so far we saw one very big adjustment in that last game, right? Was not committing to something directly after the 6A plus B so that the critical edge from Rufus does not like kill him. So that's 1. He just needs more of it, and it's looking real strong right now.
Yes. Oh, and the little shimmy up close talk to him. Little Maxie Jackson right there. Toe tap. You feel me? The forward moonwalk. I don't know what to call it, but it's little Maxie shuffle. It was beautiful. Oh, Fanlee, I almost switched sides on that one just for swag alone.
Yeah, no, I would have got hit too. I don't know how you don't get hit when you see that, because it's like, what is he doing? What's gonna happen? I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Mix-ups in the most uncommon of ways, right? A bit innovation on the movement and followed up. I mean, listen, I told you earlier, if you look good, you play good, and now he's just swagging. He didn't even have to do that, but he just wanted to. He's feeling it right now.
He has made another big adjustment right here, and that was very specifically getting around the break attack. Earlier, we specifically noted that break attack was a lot of trouble for Fanlee, and he finally has started to be able to step it.
Oh, he's decided he wants to play a 1-player game against Sidestep, trying to set up for the wall combo. Here's a splat. He's going to get 1 more and go for the CE to pile it up. Full animation Fire Dragons.
As much damage as possible. One more hit could be a ring out, or it could just very well be death, depending on. And he did it again.
Of course he did. Yeah. And to try this back to back, gonna jump over. No, coming down with the attack. This is comeback time for Rufus. He's gonna have to let everything in the kitchen sink fly, but we don't care. Give you a sample.
The Fanlee strut, I think, is how we're gonna have to call that for right now. You know, surprisingly enough, that actually paid off a lot in more than just the mix-up situation. It got him across the screen and made it so that Rufus didn't know what to do when it came out.
And then he carried that momentum right into the next round. It was just wonderful, beautiful. Didn't need the wall to break, no ring outs necessary. Just outplayed and a bunch of samples, you know what I'm saying? Just try this.
Let's do this.
You can see if you like it. Come back for more. And staying alive. 2-1. We haven't seen any reverse 3-0s yet because, you know, there's still a few more tournament sets to go. And as strong as Rufus looked, Fanlee looked like, okay, now it took me a while, right? I had to crank up. I'm not quite there yet where I just turned it on and I'm already at level 10. You know, he's starting at like 8, 9 this tournament, but you gotta beat Rufus at that 10. And whether or not it's too little too late, we'll find out after this game. But even in a potential lower bracket run, I'm not counting out Fanlee. I think he'll be in the final the way he's just performing today.
Today is the day of adjustments for Fanlee, and I mean, now Rufus had to make an adjustment right there, right? Had tried to, oh my, jumped over the break attack? I was literally just mentioning adjustments.
All right, now we're flirting with unblockables and just going deep in the bag. Yeah, Fanlee is on something else right now. Unfortunately, Rufus doesn't care. You can leave altogether in all of your game plans. But no, Fanlee getting back on the board.
Yeah, I mean, the adjustments are absolutely necessary versus a player of Rufus's caliber. And so, but they're also paying off dividends. It's not even just that they were completely necessary. It's that they're working a lot. Pushing for the 6A plus B, paying off again. That's twice, and then finally again another duck. So Fanlee tried to condition him, but I guess Rufus is unconditionable.
Not having it, bro. He got hit twice already. They are who we thought they were, all right? And you let him off the hook. You gotta believe him when they show you. Rufus is showing you. He's not gonna, you know, he's going to duck. It's happening. No way. Okay, I thought that was gonna be a back throw for certain, which would be untackable damage, and it would have been the round. But instead, Fanlee's still alive. Counter hit opportunity, and the follow-up.
Yeah, I mean, Rufus had to have gone to up kicks right there. Otherwise, there was pretty much no other way that was going to hit. I don't believe that move hits on the ground, but if it does, I just learned something today.
All right, planting those curses, working towards that lethal hit condition. Oh, wow, beautiful step. Singular hit that was not mostly impressive, you know, for the damage it does, but spacing, that was just phenomenal. Squeezing every bit of damage out he can for his character.
And I mean, right here, Rufus, what led him to this point was just excellent spacing at the very beginning of the round, and, you know, just kind of ran away with that afterwards. Started to catch Fanlee's timing, just small hits after that, and, you know, maybe a few break attacks here or there.
Well, he's lucky he got the small hit to open that up, because that was certainly going to be a lethal hit from Rufus had he got in. I like the idea, calls him out, stays on top of him. And these mids are getting him a lot of mileage. Gets the meter. I'm not sure whether it was a CE or...
It was critical.
Oh, yeah.
I saw the thing. It tells you.
Yeah, got bodied.
Oh, duck just at the last second, and that's the lethal hit condition for that right there. Is, you know, ducking, blocking, and the unblockable, but no, he
There's no
tried
way.
to step. I
Did
don't
he really
believe that
watch the
unblockable
whole-
was a vertical.
Did he watch the whole unblockable? That wasn't guaranteed. Was it? Not that situation.
No. You can
Not
press
at
buttons
all.
there.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna stay down. Just whipping. Oh, we're gonna play dangerous. Oh, near the edge. Not
2 bars
quite.
for Fanlee, though. I mean, if he wants to get out of the pressure, he has that available to him. But you may be looking to do a whip punish CE, because in this position, if he whip punishes with CE, he actually gets a ring out here.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see he goes into soul charge early.
Hey!
Man, you already know how I feel about that.
Unblockable!
Oh my god. Yeah. Your Heaven's Guard is it's so good, right? I'm not just gonna leave it at that. As Fanlee with the double stomp to let you know, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I totally robbed you from behind. No big deal. I'm not supposed to be able to, but you know, this move is omnipresent, and I just am. Whatever. Fanlee got 2 games on the board, man. 2 games on the board.
It's 2-2. You said we had yet to see a possible reverse 3-0, but it's at least on the table. I'm not saying it's happening, but it's on the table now.
It's time. Yeah, Rufus thought he had an opening, just like any other player, you know, where their salt would in that situation with the character fully back turned. But, you know, if Heaven's looking out for you, you know, who's talking?
Where can you go wrong?
who's talking in comparison? So, decisive, final, This is it. Game 5. All right, we got Maxie Jackson out here with the shuffles and the shimmies. And we got the Mad Dog Rufus trying to solidify a spot in the grand finals on the winner's side. Very, very strong position in fighting games, if I do say so myself. You have an entire set to give in the championship round.
Also, even if you lose the tournament from that position, you're guaranteed top 2, right? So you're
Correct.
already getting good money. But
Ooh, okay, got the suplexes, baby. Belly to bellies.
oh, but yeah, the jump to be able to get around the guard impact. And now the mix-up is here for Fanlee, so at the very least was able to fight away from the wall, and that's super important. Not taking wall damage is one of the biggest things that you can do to keep alive.
Be gone.
Another throw.
It hurts so much. What a huge chunk of life. Watch your kneecaps. Expect the mix-up. Of course. It's always, it's the round closer. It's the finisher. Run up, delay, shin swipe. It's real simple. Every single time. Leave this place. I told you. That unblockable is guaranteed for the follow-up. More mix-ups, gets the juggle, tries to get out of there, rolls the follow, and Rufus just staying on top of Fanlee. This is oppression.
Wow, that's knowledge right there. Not a lot of people remember that after the auto GI from Maxie, you do have the ability to guard impact back. It is not guaranteed that he follows up on you. And that allowed for Rufus to take that round for sure on that. And now, lethal hit. We're in soul charge because of the soul attack. This is scary.
Yeah, this might be curtains, honestly. This is 3 straight rounds of absolute fire for Rufus, trying to go over the little wooden gate here, but not enough. This man has nowhere to go. The only option he had available was the soul charge right there. It gets run up throw. This should be it. One touch, shin kick. Oh, not this time.
Nice block on the low right there. Trying
And
to
there it
Heaven's
is.
Guard, but unfortunately it is the nerf version of Heaven's Guard.
Oh, wait
so
a minute.
there it is.
boy.
There's Rufus. I haven't seen Rufus in a while. Yeah, now
I
he's
guess-
back. Okay.
I guess he felt like he had to be tested. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then he let his hot water boil and then he gets the bag afterwards. That's just his method. So, with that being said, Rufus is going to solidify another spot in the grand finals. This is his home. He's only missed it once. The third was the worst place he's gotten in any of these, and no more. Not having it. However, as we take a look at these replays, it is not over. All right, it is not over for Fanlee. He is down in the lower bracket final, guaranteed a minimum of 3rd place, so $200 in his pocket, one way or the other, and he still has the opportunity to play for a better place where he could grant himself a rematch with Rufus.
Yeah, I mean, Fanlee made some serious adjustments mid-set. Unfortunately, the problem being is you made adjustments to one side of Rufus, right? And then once Rufus was like, okay, you made adjustments to that, right? Now I am full in on the gas. I'm never stopping. And that was not the Rufus that had played earlier. And due to that fact, Fanlee was not ready to make an adjustment in the final game. And, well, I mean, you saw what happened. Ran away with it.
Yeah, that final game was just like, okay, I don't think you understand what's going on here, Fanlee. I'm supposed to win. Thanks for coming out, but you know, I'll see you later. I've got a grand finals to defend, and that was just utter and complete domination. I mean, it looked like Fanlee had no idea what was going on. Could be the pressure, could be the nerves. You know, these type of things certainly do factor in, especially as he's giving us his best performance of all time. And,
Yeah, absolutely.
It's still not even over. So let's take a look at what's going on. Look at that second slit of matches, Ebonic. What we got? 3-0 across the board. No games are being played. Yin has advanced, taking the 3 over Patrick, and he's going to meet up with Keev. So it's going to be a fresh matchup for this bracket. And then Fanlee awaits the winner. It's too much. It's just way too much.
Yeah, no, I agree. This has been like a heart wrencher every single match, without failure. Even in the 3-0s and the 2-0 or the 3-1s, right? Well, actually, there was no 3-1s, right? It's just
Yeah,
the three.
There was one
Okay,
3-1 in the first round, but it was still exciting.
Okay, yeah, well, that's my point. Is like, regardless of the game count, this stuff has been leading to heart attacks for me personally.
Heart attacks,
this. I don't think it's going to stop here because we have Yin versus Keev. And now, obviously, we talked about Yin being the defending champion from the previous monthly finals. Keev being maybe the second, being maybe the most winning player in throughout the whole of the Open Series, not just monthly finals, because Rufus is the most winning through monthly finals. But
sure.
Keev has had weekly qualifiers and monthly finals on lockdown, both.
Yeah, there's been
to see this as a
months-
lower bracket match is crazy to me.
Yeah, there's been months where Keev has straight up won every week. And it's like, it's nothing new, right? To a boss. It just is. But Yin, although he got outmatched by Rufus, it doesn't apply, right? Two totally different players in Keev and Rufus. And it's like, you have a less chances against Nightmare than you do Taki. But at the same time, the way Keev plays, he also plays reactionary and respectful. We've seen some of his reads. They haven't quite gone his way today. However, with Yin, right, if you play two solid players and the matchup's pretty fair, then for the most part, the greater neutral is going to win. And I can't call it today, actually, because, again, everybody's gotten that much better. And that's the beauty of playing in these events and signing up, right? The more players, the more talent plays each other, the higher it builds collectively as a scene. So make sure you head on over to compete.playstation.com to sign up. All right? Do it now. Do it in between matches. Do it after matches. All that. Keep doing it as we get into our lower bracket semifinals.
Okay. This is definitely difficult to run into right now in terms of calling this for sure. Because it's not like Ian hasn't done it before, right? It's not like Ian hasn't been the victor of an entire tournament here in the Open Series. And obviously we know Keev's record. This is a weird situation because Fanlee is the person who put Keev into losers or lower bracket, right? So there's obviously, you know, saying that they both play the same character is one thing, Yin and Fanlee, but the play style I feel like is very much what took Keev down.
All right, well, again, as expected, early, that solid, big whip punish. And I mean, look, that was the tip of the nunchuck. That is just neutral personified, right? Here's a sidestep. Again, Yin is a model player, and if you were new and getting into Soulcalibur and you know, you're thinking about playing Maxi, I'd highly suggest just watching Yin with the deeper look. It's so good.
If you're a Maxi player, you got a lot of material today for learning the character for sure. As Yin showing that he can catch Keev's timing, even if it's not a counter hit. He knows what the timing is on verticals, right? You've seen a lot of steps. And that's why Keev is starting to go towards the baseball swing, the AGA, is because no longer wanting to deal with the step and to catch the damage as much as possible. See? As much as possible, catching steps left and right due to it.
And it's a fast, hefty damage move for one hit, man. It piles up for sure.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Yin is already in yellow, right? And it's only been damaged from that move, I believe.
The singular hits here and there. There was another one. Got the GI. What a call out. That's pretty fast. You can't react to that. You got to know what's coming. Oh, I like the idea. He saved Keev with the call out. He knew he would bait out the CE, but unfortunately still unable to capitalize off that and lose the round anyway.
Not working out right there for Keev, unfortunately. 2 bars a meter, though, and again, you never count out Nightmare. This character will delete life bars regardless of how much health he himself has. So, as long as he's given the chance, which this is maybe the first time at it. Oh, no.
Yeah, this is overwhelming pressure right here. He's very
Oh, he missed
tough
it! He dropped
position.
it! That was ring out!
Oh, and again, just the tip. All of his movements, all of his buttons are placed so expertly. I'm so impressed by something that the regular casual eye doesn't understand why it's so impressive. And again, it's just, he's put on an absolute highlight reel of perfect spaced moves that hit at perfect times. And as somebody who loves like fundamental stuff like that, you really can't go wrong.
It's always beautiful to watch, right? Like, just seeing how somebody can have the restraint to sit back and be like, okay, what? I didn't get to finish my, what is this? I've never seen Keev's Keelik in my life, okay? We know that Keev has alternate characters. Those alternate characters are usually Amy or
that's
something
Keelik,
else, right? That's a Keelik. That is a Keelik.
Okay.
From Keev. I've never seen this before.
Neither have I. Let's strap in and see what is going on.
Okay, all right. So anytime I talk about Keelik, I always have to mention he has an automatic GI that is called Monument, right? You do a quarter circle forward on the stick or a quarter circle back, and you get an automatic GI depending on which one you want. And it has follow-ups. That can really make or break somebody's offensive pressure if they know about it or not.
Well, I don't think he knows too much. I know Yin just got the scoop and the score. Round one. I mean, I guess it's okay because this is after one game, right? It's not desperation like elimination point, right? You have a game to give, and if this doesn't work, you just get back to Nightmare, I guess. But again, he's just, I don't know. Yin just seems even more comfortable.
Yeah, well, this is one of the reasons why we talk about Yin's game plan. You know, the solidness of his game plan, very specifically being so strong, is because the solidness of his game plan is not tailored to somebody's character. This is something that works versus every character in the game, and so it's strong for that reason. And so it doesn't matter what you bring to the table, especially if it's a throw.
Bro, yeah, this is. I don't know, man. Maybe, you know, hey, you can just let me just get some tournament experience with my Keelik. You know, no big deal. Test it out, see what's going on here. Might not be a big fan of the Maxi matchup, especially what happened earlier with Fanlee. So, like, it could be that mental anguish, just trying to get into Keev and give him a different look to see how that works for him. And yeah, okay, here we go. Looking much better here in round 3, but it feels like 3 rounds put together in one sequence is not ready to happen just yet for Keevlik.
Keevlik over here is very
Yeah.
specifically trying to win this round without having to use a bar so that he can have it for the rest of it. And I mean, that's what he needs. But as it inches closer and closer, Yin with the small hits, just taking what he can here and there to make it so that he's forced to use the bar, but will we actually end up seeing it? And oh, finally the step right there. And that is some of the most patience from Keev I have seen on an offensive situation in a while.
Sliding in. Ooh, nice interrupt. Knew that a feint was coming there. Keev just, that's just Soulcalibur knowledge right there. Get real deep in it. Trying to stab his way in. But okay, there's a jump little split. That was cute. A little acrobatic. Wasn't quite utility, but it looked good. I guess that accounts for something.
Yeah, unfortunately it didn't hit Yin like I feel
No,
like
it
he was
did
probably
not.
looking for. But I mean, he's got this hit now. And so he's at the
okay.
very least got mixed up afterwards. And again, very specifically trying not to be forced to use bar here.
Yeah, this is a very textbook matchup going on. We aren't seeing much in the form of Monument at all from Keev. Gonna get some of the health back. Okay, lose that immediately.
Oh, great duck under. Is going to get the wall rising B. And now the mix up right there. Not going to kill, but one more at it. And oh, the slowest slow in the game. Well, there might be a slower one, but it's pretty damn slow.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? After watching that round and looking at this Keelik, feeling like it doesn't seem like it's all there, throughout that, he was still able to make that round go exceptionally slow and win it. So if this is good enough, what happens the longer the set goes on? We might be in for a real treat here with this Keev, and I don't know. Here it is. He has to wake up here. Oh,
Big grab, good damage right there. And then this is
Oh,
where it gets
you're
real
dead.
difficult. Is this character just obliterates life bar as well?
No.
Oh my god, great reaction. No, never. I'm sorry, it wasn't good enough. I
Yeah,
thought for sure that was a punish.
No, I was wondering whether or not it is punishable. It just doesn't seem like the sort of thing that would be, unless you like went for the big boy read and got it at the same time. But the Keev,
Yeah.
wait a minute now. It took a while. You know, it's slow cooking, and if it continues to get better as it did every single round there, does it have a limit? Or do we not know that this is the secret character that Keev's been working on for however long, and now's the time to whip it out? I'm impressed and surprised at the same time.
Yeah, Keelik is very specifically showing a lot of what Yin's game plan is showing, actually. It's just the core fundamentals of Calibur. It's not really like a big like character specific thing that's going on here. He is playing Calibur to the corest way that you can play Soulcalibur. And it's paying off really well because Keelik is usually pretty good at that, actually. And so it pays off dividends because Keev is such a seasoned veteran that he probably knows the core of Calibur more than most people ever will.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably knows more than the developers. You might as well put him on the team as we get. I can imagine the amount of hours just sank into the franchise. Oh my god! And Yin with that spacing again, man, it's just too impressive. Oh no! Oh, I thought he was going for the flip under.
Yeah,
You know,
I think that's one of the reasons why he specifically didn't go for the flip overs, because the back throw is pretty obvious, right?
Yeah,
so you take
absolutely.
the free damage on the forward throw.
I mean, listen, man, you have a trident and there's a stage surrounded by water. Clearly, Keev is trying to go for ring out situations throughout, but Yin not having any of it. Watch your legs. Once again, get checked.
Staying on the ground just long enough, Yin able to get around, and that actually afforded him offensive momentum, because he didn't have to deal with the mix-up anymore. Okay, there's one foray, so that's one. If he hits 4 of those, it's a lethal hit.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, he'll count it out just to make sure you don't miss it.
Ooh, the normal guard, but just a bit too far away. Spacing was not there, which is rare for Yin. Normally
Yeah,
the spacing is
absolutely.
always on point.
Very uncharacteristic in that sequence there. And it's just back and forth, back and forth. I believe this is the type of match that Keev likes.
Just barely alive, and then Yin wants to soul charge to keep that pressure going. Just needs to take another round to put himself in a good position, and yeah, it does that. Oh, actually got the bar from Keev. Keev tried to do something there. I wonder if it was soul charge and it was just a bit too late.
Oh, luckily he finished up. Definitely facing a counter hit and a huge life deficit for sure. And this round, watch your legs.
Legs have been getting clipped left and right, and Keev has been trying to play the timing game as much as possible. You notice he'll step around, do nothing for about a quarter of a second, and then finally do something.
Oh no, could this be it?
Oh, okay, Keev knows. Keev knows. But again, tried to go for either critical edge or soul charge and was unable to get it. And the meter was ineffectual. It's not like Keev was not trying to use the bar. It's just Yin interrupted at every turn.
Perfect placement of his normals. Perfect timing of his buttons to interrupt, you know, gaps where meter is,
Welcome to the stage
commonly
of history
used.
Retold.
He made Keelik, he made Keevlik switch from Nightmare.
Let's do this.
That's like a pretty good trifecta of goodwill when it comes to fighting games in your corner. And honestly, the longer this goes on, I don't see how Yin loses this, you know, as Keev goes back to Nightmare. But I don't know, you have to be so comfortable in your mix-ups and your download ability, because Keev is getting opened up here, you know, that's the thing. And there's also a lot of damage coming in from sidestep with punishing and the like. So Yin is not only not dropping opportunity with Maxi, but 2 steps ahead to begin with. I'm ready to call curtains, man.
It couldn't for sure feel like it, but as always, we never try to count out Nightmare simply due to the damage. Or at least I don't. It always becomes a scary factor. And I mean, he has the Terror Charge on deck. He's been hitting Yin left and right, and he actually ended up getting the second hit of the string, which, and again, well, that's got to be good for morale. And also, of note, he took a hit on the wall. So that means any hit next to the wall could be a ring out for either player, depending.
Scooped? All right, now he's just getting ragdoll tossed just everywhere. I guess. I mean, I guess, yeah, another throw. I mean, why not if all of them are working? Oh, again, looking for the throw on Meaty and then wake up GI. Just nothing doing there. Very bad sequences back to back, but Keev rather one-dimensional in that round. Again, just going to the throws, and Yin's just woken up.
Kind of staying around. This is, I think, Keev is specifically trying to apply the patience that we saw from the Keelik play into the Nightmare, and it's actually paying off quite well. Up against the wall, and yeah, any hit right here, and Yin knows that, could possibly be dead. So he's holding that guard button for dear life.
Yeah, he'll die long before the wall does. So, with that being said, swift kicks, 6K is what it looks like. Just to the head time and time and time again is just something you got to deal with.
6K is the duff, the big old punch.
yeah.
I believe it's 3K that he's going for.
There you go.
I could be wrong.
Too fast.
2. Yes, Maxi, you might be too fast. But AGA is fast enough to keep up with anything you want to do from that range.
Got the follow-up right there. Yin was not, you know, it's interesting. Yin has been getting hit by several different follow-ups. I wonder if that's maybe like an unfamiliarity of the strings. AGA left and right.
Wow.
Good lord, the fences
Yeah.
are
Back to
just
back.
swung. Oh, unblocked.
Oh.
Yeah, very smart.
So
Keev getting back into it right now with the Nightmare, so at least staying alive at 2-2 now. And well, the Keelik did the job. The Keelik got at least one game. And now the Keelik also gave just enough information that Keev can kind of play a little bit more patient and be able to catch the timings of Yin, because it seemed like Yin was not ready for that slow pace from Keev.
it looks like it's translating too. Almost feels strategic. Let me not give you too much of one thing at once, right? You got the Nightmare, you beat it. You got the Keelik, boom, you beat it. All right, here's a Nightmare. Back to back to back to back. At every turn where he's eligible to switch characters, he's done it. And it's just, again, trying to figure out, okay, let me take the specifics from this matchup and apply it to my general game plan. All right, this stuff works for Nightmare only, but this works for Keelik only, and mixing and matching it, and he just ended up just getting AGA duffed in that last game. It's change of pace. Also, the mix-up started at the character select screen, I guess. This
Well,
would
we are
certainly
one of
throw
the
me
most
off.
volatile stages in the game. We just got the desert stage.
Oh, the best stage in the game. Hello? And I'm not looking at the chat for somebody to tell me I'm capping. This is the GOAT stage. You breathe on somebody and they die. Terror charge. Yes, that's going to be enough for a ring out. Oh, not yet? Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah. As much as it looks like anything can ring out, it's surprisingly not. You know, you'd be surprised at how often things don't end up ringing out. They did increase the stage size, you know, a little while back, so that's kind of lending it to why. But this is basically the slobber knocker stage. You guys are street fighting, and you are going to be fighting up close the whole time.
Oh no, get an interruption there. I'll try this. Follow-up counter hit. Oh my god, called out and made the perfect read. I mean, why not? You can take the mix-up, right, by just blocking or trying to back out. Or if you know that something's coming, why not? Just throw the GI out there. No big deal. Oh, wow. Solid blocks. Keev was definitely looking for a quick run, ring out. He did the slide from full screen to start it off, and then the next one trying to launch him. No way.
Taking the counter hit trade right there. That allows Keev a terror charge. And, I mean, one of these hits could be huge, depending. Wow, nice mix-up right there from Yin, using the feint. Something that Maxi only very recently got to be able to sidestep.
Okay, what's he gonna be? Oh, big time launch. Okay, you need to figure it out now. Whatever you're gonna do, Keev, unleash it. All right, take off the mask, get a second soul edge, something. Because this is your tournament life on the line right now.
It looks like Ian has complete control of it so far. Even with the life deficit here, those first two rounds were so strong. This is going to be at least a round for Keev. So staying alive and did not have to use meter to do so.
Man, you know how these matches go with us though, man. It ends in a ring out robbery that's not going to look pretty, but we're going to laugh at it because we're horrible.
That's out! Oh no.
Oh my
yeah. Anticlimactic finish, but an excellent call by Yin right there to be able to react, get the counter hit, know where he is on screen, know how much meter he has, and finish it off through that.
Listen, I made the remark that Yin might have been like on comms earlier, and if that wasn't the perfect countdown to death of by ring out, I don't know, man. This is why they hired me, because you just know, you feel it. That was so disgusting. Congratulations to Yin as we take a second look at the path that led him to the lower bracket final, where he meets up with Fanlee Jr.
We saw a very surprising character switch from Keev here into this Keelik, which I completely had never seen before. But, you know, worked out. It did its job, right? It took at least a game. And then after that, it was just kind of all the Maxi show once Nightmare was only able to take another one. Because Yin, on the very last game, was just emphatically in control. And finally, because of the desert stage, we talked about how it's one of the most volatile. Well, there was that ring out you saw from basically nothing.
Yeah, it's all there for your viewing pleasure in case you want to relive the madness that is the despair of losing to a ring out. It just makes you feel so bad. Like, check this out, right? It's coming. Oh yeah, nice slam dunk, beautiful stuff. All right, cool. Oh, never mind. It's around the key one. All right, here it is. Curtains.
Right there. one singular hit from full health, and who knew
Perfect.
that you could do 100 damage combos.
I think the developers did. It's been there for a long time. One look at the bracket. Here is the path. All right, Rufus. 3-1, 3-2, 3-0. He's been all over the board, ready for whatever. But he gets to sit comfortably and watch the last two remaining players take out one another as Fanlee Jr. runs into Yin. Yet another fresh matchup in the bracket. That's cool. Not too many repeat matches, man. The only way we'd see that is if we got a run back in the grand final. So it's an interesting thing. And actually, no, it's going to be a run back no matter what. 1, 2, 3 in the money. And only one of these players does not have an Open Series title under their belt. That is Fanlee. I don't know if we got a poll coming up for this one, but I want to know if y'all still continue to ride with them.
Yeah, I mean, Fanlee has been the fan favorite. You know, puns intended and all that.
Of
But
course.
it's really hard to say at this point. Yin, Fanlee, we're maybe going to see the Maxi Mirror. I guess apparently Yin can pull out Huang. It's possible. It's not impossible, right? But Maxi Mirror is on deck right now, and we could see everybody's favorite Bruce Lee go ham throughout the whole way.
Yeah, I think we'll most likely see the mirror, right? Because you don't have anything to hide on the table. You know that both of you have extensive knowledge of your character. So you know what punishes what, where to place this, how to deal with that, the properties for all that information is just fresh in your head at all times. So while it certainly doesn't determine who's better at the character, it just simply determines who understands the matchup better. So it'll be great. I'm actually looking forward to seeing that. And if we get Hong too, why not? Because that character's sick. I'm still a spectator. But as we have to poll up, I'm hyped for these results. I want to see this come back. And wow,
70.
it's a bit disrespectful. All right, chat. Y'all are a bit disrespectful. A 70 ball? That's a huge discrepancy. You're going to disrespect the defending champion like that? Remember what happened last time? I told y'all I know how to pick these winners. I'm not touching this one. I'm taking my one. By one, I don't have to touch it, and I'm using it now.
Too late. You already touched it because when the chat said that Keev would lose to Fanlee, they won that poll. They won that poll. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. They got it. But I'm not picking a winner on this one. I'm just saying, well, unless Fanlee is he's gonna be a Kingslayer? Is that what's
that's been
happening now?
today, right? Is he's been the Kingslayer. He almost slayed Rufus. That matchup was 3-2. That was not 3-0.
Almost doesn't count, but he could have another chance if he beats Keev and then Yin and stop it. All right, now I see what's going on with the chat. They're writing the script here, and they didn't give it to me. But I'm paying attention. We got in the pink Maxie Jackson. Hold on, talk to me.
Yeah, so just so you know, if you're confused at who's who, Yin is the white Maxi and Fanlee is the pink one. So just keep that in mind as we go through here. Barely not getting that, and then the normal guard to hit. No lethal hit, so that's not going to get Yin a full combo right now, but just the toe tap.
Oh, watch your legs. I caught you trying to sidestep. Oh, I'm coming in. Extendo stretch. All right, this is going to be something new right here. Oh, my
Goodness. Just whipping the toe tap from full screen, and then finally one of them gets a whiff punish on that.
Yeah, Fanlee called him out immediately. He knew something was up. So he said, you want to do a toe tap? I'll do a toe tap. But Yin was just ready. Hey.
Try this.
Too fast for you? No, you're not. I'm you. Run it back. I don't care about your soul charge. I'm going to stay in your face, apply pressure, double impacts. One being guard, the other being reverse on block of both.
Yeah, Fanlee caught Yin not getting up off the ground fast enough, and I mean, it makes sense. Yin was very specifically looking for a different type of mix-up, and then Fanlee went to the one that Yin was not expecting, and that hit took the round right there, and already a game point is what Fanlee is on. Oh, wow. Normal guard, lethal hit.
Is this really how you feel?
Again?
Okay, Fanlee, it's a little. I know they passed down the legacy and the name and the character, but did they pass down some respect? What a sequence!
Coming out just to get back into it, and Space Jam to get around it.
Nah, bro, I hate it here, bro. The script is definitely in. The script is in. Fanlee 3 rounds clean. Domination for game one? Nah. I see y'all, chat. I know what you did. Y'all ain't pass it to me. That's okay, though. That's okay. Ebonic, take it away. I got my eyes on that.
What happened was this Fanlee wrote the scripts and he gave it to the chat. Is what it was. It wasn't, you know.
They could have told me. You understand? Like, I'm here. I'm cool. I'm just like them. I'm a huge street monster. Like, okay. I see what's going on. Let's see if it's more of the same or if Yin has figured out what's going on and he has the ability to change the future, because the Kingslayer is certainly looking to add another head to the pike. Game 2. Maxi Mirrors continue. Try this. The sequel. All right. Yeah, absolutely.
Fanlee switch colors again, just so you guys know. So the Fanlee's gonna be the black and red.
He's so dramatic. He's trying to dodge the script, but we are on to you, buddy.
Ooh, well, I mean, I think Yin is starting to catch on too. Excellent whiff punish on that to get the lethal hit. Okay, cancel to save himself, and then another lethal hit right back to back. A taste of Fanlee's own medicine.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all can't see me right now, but he's got me making the ugly face. Like, damn, it's just this. Oh my god, just right on cue. All right, I'm gonna stop doing that because I have too many queued up Yin moments during this broadcast. And if there's any script, it might be over here with the two of us. But man, is that a punish? Wow.
Whatever the case may be, Fanlee unfortunately got knocked down due to it, and now Yin is in Soul Charge.
I don't think he's going anywhere. 55 seconds worth of clock to get everything going. Watch your legs. Come back to me.
Stance transitions right there, but Yin remaining vigilant and just keeping it nice and patient. Didn't really do anything, but oh, the whiff, that's going to be a big hit. One more mix-up possibility. And wow, caught the step right there with a prayer and a dream. Fanlee Jr.
Bro. It was written. Right back at you. Okay, this is the lethal hit showcase. These guys are just going through the maxi move list. It's like a release trailer where they have a character, you know, and they go into practice mode and it's a mirror match, and it's like, hey, they can show you the different options. These two putting on an absolute clinic of just maxi right now.
Well, no perfect here for Yin this time. As the hit was there, but oh, wow. Okay, 3K, and then there's the punish. And okay, 7 stars. So even if Fanlee loses this round, at the very least, he's got 7 stars on deck, right? So there was the interruptions, but now Fanlee's super powered.
Time to wake up and get to a button right there. You don't want to let overwhelming pressure continue on and on and on to the point where you panic. You get opened up right on cue. Now, we've seen Fanlee get that lethal hit a million times in this broadcast into a restand situation. Oh my goodness, he is just running away with this round. This is a this is a beatdown. Oh, yo, all right.
He caught Yin stepping, whether it had been sidestep or backstep, literally every time. All that damage was due to that.
I don't think he's going anywhere. He's trying to run it back here and get on the board is Yin. But as we know, Fanlee's made some comebacks throughout this. Sidestep, no follow-up. Knee check. Oh, yeah. I don't know if that reaches.
Oh, it does.
I don't know if that reaches. KP, lest you forget, this is Yin we're talking about. The cleanest nooch in the broadcast today. Perfect spacing every time.
Oh, and yeah, try to use the soul attack to try and make something happen with any sort of mix-up potential. But unfortunately, no dice, as it looks like Yin was already ready to press the button.
That's
did
what
exactly
I'm talking
that,
about.
And first game there to Yin.
Tying it up at 1 game apiece. This has to go to game. This has to go to game 5, right? It has to.
Welcome to the stage.
The way it's looking, I would not doubt it. I would not doubt it.
All right, so we'll see if Fanlee decides to continue cycling through all the character colors. Look good, feel good, play good.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Now we've settled on the black. All right.
Well,
what's going on?
So they switched sides. Okay. All right, just checking. I didn't know if maybe like he stole the color from Yin or something on some.
Oh, imagine being so petty like that. Oh my God. I despise pettiness, but the longer I'm married to my wife, the more I like it. So, actually, yeah, it's still his costume too. This is get in his head, baby. The mental mind game starts at the character select screen.
Well, luckily they just switched sides, so you still can watch. You know, your eyes can stay on the same maxis for the same people, right?
Got it. Okay, try this right back at you.
Okay, Got the hit. Yeah, I'm just kind of playing that small caliber game that we like to talk about so much. It's just literally up in each other's faces and only really getting small little hits, right? Just taking what you can get.
Very solid. It's blocking everything is Yin right now. This gym is closed, sir. Oh, and where did you think you were going? Yes, sir. Swinging that with a back turn. That was such a beautiful move right there.
Setting up the stances, and then Fanlee fighting back. So yeah, for every moment that it feels like somebody starts their offense, it feels like immediately they find the time to take their turn, and you know it's just turn taking over and over again. You know, it's your turn, it's my turn, and it's it's going in the favor of Yin right now because that life definitely going in the favor of Yin.
Yeah, no questions asked there. If you want to give me a whiff move from 80 miles away, please be my guest.
You earlier mentioned the excellent neutral from Yin throughout the rest of the broadcast, and this is, I mean, again and again, we mention it. This is not a character-specific type of game plan. This works versus everybody, and it works very well versus everybody. You're playing Calibur at its core.
That's 7 of them things. Seven golden leathers. I have trouble reading. Could you tell me what that said on the screen?
I think it says prefect. No, perfect. Sorry.
Yeah. Perfect. Oh,
yeah.
All right, thank you very much. I just wanted to make sure I got that right because Yin was in his bag in that game, and the defending champion is not laying down or going out with a fight. He will not only fight his opponents, he will fight against the script and all weapons formed against him. It's wonderful.
Let's do this.
Okay, taking the shirt off now at this point. Okay, all right. Well, that's gonna make it hard if Yin loses the shirt too mid-match. That'll be hard to figure out who's who.
I mean, Fanlee is the one who wants to cycle through all the costumes, right? You could easily avoid this by using one of the many colorways that is provided by the game. So he knows exactly what he's doing.
Well, he's got to pull out of the stops, right? So he's taking the shirt off. He's showing he's serious because this is currently set point for Yin. Yeah, that counter hit damage has always amounted up to a lot more for Yin into the reset right there. Block on the low, but not going to be able to get anything off it in terms of punish.
Yeah, absolutely not. Hovering around the middle of the stage, just trying to keep it nice and clean. We have seen some weird jank when it comes to the walls here and this map, whether they save or let you get rung out. You know, it's up to them how they're fending, how the wind is blowing. But no ring out here necessary, just clean gameplay. Fanlee Jr, man, no shirt, no problem.
All service.
Hey. It's just solid, man. Yeah, sometimes you gotta forgive that we get so caught up in just enjoying like neutral that like I forget I'm here sometimes. And it's just so insightful and so great. You see a massive combo there from Yin. Fanlee definitely has time to escape this, but I connected.
Yeah, the punish on the stance transition right there. We have talked about that a couple of times so far, being really important in this matchup versus Maxi with any character. And one mix up and it's the double low.
Did he just steal that round and that one wall sequence? Like he just drug him around the stage? Like, yeah, check this out, bro. We're going this way. Damage on damage on damage, but how about that? Opened up. Right back at you. Dish it, take it. Follow me. Try this. Ooh, no front flip. I'm coming in. Oh, never mind. We're definitely trying this. Why would you doubt it? Perfect. Back to back on the board. And Yin, I don't know if there's a bounty for perfects or something like that, but he is certainly racking them up and just boosting his stats all over the sheet.
Well, I mean, he's going to need him right now. Fanlee seems to have turned it up a little bit. He seems to have figured something out. A lot more steps, a lot more 6A+B, forcing the soul charge here. Yin needs to get away from that situation. But Fanlee, remember, yeah, having bar himself.
Nice check.
Ooh, another step and a great punish right there. Waited even for the Heaven's Guard. That was super smart. I mean, when you specifically play the character, you know what options you might go to there. And then, no drop. Oh, that could have been death, but frames here. And then tried to fake the mid and then went under. That move, despite the fact that it starts from crouching, is a high. So Yin just very specifically getting around it.
Yeah. I don't know if that was a lucky sequence. I don't like to call it luck. I just like to give it to him. But I was certainly watching, waiting for the Heaven's Guard back turn, like to come out and rear its ugly head again. So great wherewithal and just expectations coming in from Yin. Oh my God! Tournament life on the line for Fanlee. Is the dream dead?
He's fighting the uphill battle for sure, and especially with that hit. No follow-up though, so that leaves him alive at the very least. And oh no, that's... Did the follow-up hoping to catch Yin off guard, I think. Either that or maybe expected it to hit, and just because that allowed for a free punish, but the 6A plus B moving, just sliding across the screen, Yin is going to be taking it.
Very, very impressive performance from Fanlee. I personally have never seen him play better. So it's great inspiration to the rest of the bracket and just another bolster to the Open Series as a whole. Again, more players, more top players, more like the better everybody is, the better it is for everybody. And although his run comes short at third place, he is going to be leaving here $200 richer. And Yin, who fell short big time against Rufus earlier, has an opportunity to defend the title against the man who is looking to take it from him directly. Not many times you get this. They always say if you want to beat the man, you got to beat the man. Well, here you go. One-on-one, the previous Open Series winners now clashing, number 1 versus number 2. What is it going to be?
And this is a situation where Yin is at a disadvantage despite being the previous champion because they are in the lower bracket, right? So in open tournaments, the standard usually is a double elimination format, which means obviously we have a upper bracket and lower bracket. Rufus has not had the unfortunate moment of going to the lower bracket, meaning they have 2 lives still. Rufus has to be defeated twice, just like everybody else in this bracket. And Yin has to be the person to do it.
I'm ready.
Let's check the bracket right here. And I mean, just see all the people that have gone through this. Notably, I want to mention Keev. 4th place. Is that the lowest placing Keev has gotten so far? Maybe.
It might be. We have to check the file just to be sure because it's rough. But when 3rd and 4th, you're arguing whether or not that's your lowest place, you're doing pretty well. So honestly, we got this grand final upon us. I'm ready. I know you're ready. Let's get straight to it, bro. Look at the stats. Yin, 6 losses on the month. 87%. It's astronomical on the win rate. Yes, Rufus has, 19 more wins than he does. But how do you want to call this, man?
So to be quite honest with you, the way Rufus looked versus Fanlee in the very last game was emphatic, and it tells me that he specifically can just turn the switch on, right? The switch that just defeats anybody he runs up against. And for me personally, it looks like Rufus has this. And I would personally call that Rufus gets the W here. Whether the bracket get reset or not, I cannot tell you, because Yin is phenomenal at playing neutral. There's very few people that can play neutral like Yin that I've seen.
That just took me back, man. I really want to thank the Open Series for having this because I missed hearing a random person saying, yo, you like the reset? And it just, now we get to see it happen. It's not quite the same, but it's what we have, and it's still a fantastic experience, especially for no charge. So once again, compete.playstation.com. Make it you that appears in one of these grand finals. Got 2 regions, EU, NA. Make that splash, become the next hero, get yourself some money, all for playing Soulcalibur or any of the other fantastic fighting games that we have circulating in the Open Series roster. So with that being said, let's get to the 2 men of the hour. It is Yin coming out the loser side. He has to win 2 different sets. He has to win first of 3 and then another one. Rufus only needs to win the 1 first of 3 set, and then we all go home. But this is why we play the game. We'll see what happens. Rematch of what happened in winners upper bracket semifinal. Rufus took that one quite handily, if I do say so myself. And he kind of woke up too when we saw him start showboating a little bit more, and it might be time.
That was the Rufus I was expecting. When he finally started showboating, that was the Rufus I was like, I woke up today just waiting for it. And it didn't happen at all. He was all business this entire time. And I don't know what we're gonna see here. Is, you know, now that he's showboated once, will he start continuing, or is he just gonna go back to business?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. One round at a time.
Well, that's
That's a lethal hit. Yep, put that on the board. That looks like business to me. How's a 13-second round to you sound?
You know, as long as it ain't happening to me, I guess it's fine, right?
All right, tries to jump over, then Taki jumps out, mixing up, coming in between, just empty jumping. It's really hard to get a download or read on Rufus because he gives you so many looks time and time again. But what seems like madness always looks like control.
Is he out again?
Yes,
oh
he
my
is.
goodness. Rufus finding very specific hits just about every time that they are required. You know, it gets a lot easier when the opponent has their back to the ledge, because then you have all the room in the world, and oh my god, no way. Right back at you, son.
Oh, so, okay. I'd like to welcome you out to the Ring Out Showcase 2021 for Soulcalibur 6, brought to you by PlayStation. Oh, okay, sure. Let's just lethal hit and go to the ledge again. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh no. I don't know when the round is gonna just be over. You know, the ring out is prevalent right here, and they've been fighting at the ledge incredibly well, so.
How about a perfect? It's just like a ring out, right? You just win, GG. Alright,
Let's do the
Rufus
same thing.
taking his foot off the gas a little bit. Never mind. Gonna get that jumping cross up on the other side. Caught him slipping. And that's one.
That was real fast.
Yeah, it's oh hi, I'm KP, it's the Money Play. We'd like to welcome you to Games Done Quick 2021 Money Game version. The game is Soulcalibur 6. The runner is Rufus, aka the Mad Dog. And yeah, I don't know what the current world record is. They just called me to be on the couch, and we'll figure it out from here. But that was in fact game 1 in grand finals of a monthly final tournament. So I would say strap in normally, but you may not even get time to get comfortable as Rufus looks to close the door on Yin's back-to-back wishes.
Especially with the same stage, because they got the same stage. So that chance of what just happened, what we just saw, is absolutely a possibility again. And I mean, I feel like Yin is going to be looking very specifically to interrupt as much as possible, so that could never happen again. Ooh, and again, tried, but unfortunately, Rufus going under.
Just out of range, nice blocks. And just challenging, getting a lot of mileage out of her lows. Oh, okay, well there's a big one. Doesn't want to play the small game anymore. Wants the big rewarding combo for the right read, and oh my god, this is a lot. Nice block.
They have to what Yin goes towards is some of the bigger reads at this point, because the small is not exactly working so much up until right now. And oh my goodness, the patience double 6A plus B. It's only a little negative, so if you don't press something immediately, why not do it again?
Exactly. Dust yourself off. Oh, nice interruption. Caught her out of the air. I'm not sure if that was on reaction, but it doesn't matter. Anything to stop Taki, and again, some more of that perfect spacing. I'm telling you, it is, in fact, as impressive as it seems. Too much for you? Or too fast? I don't think so. Not fast enough. Oh!
Trying to fight his way out of the ring out possibility right there, and at least does so successfully. And Rufus also barely any life right now. And oh, that's gonna, kill. And even if it didn't kill, that was a ring out.
Yeah, one way or the other, that was curtains. And not to be outdone, this is a co-op speed run. The other runner's name is Yin, and he wants to get through it as well. He's just picking up exactly where Rufus left off. Launch.
Well, unfortunate combo or setup drop, excuse me, for Rufus right there, and Yin is navigating the offense incredibly well. I mean, I feel like Yin has made Rufus whiff several different attacks that I have not seen Rufus whiff at all.
Yeah, well, he saw the classic strategy of Rufus closing the space by running all the way in and continuously doing so and then delaying that low. Yin's like, wait a minute. You wait. So let me throw my bop, and then just quick little bonk right there for Taki, and one game apiece. All right, we could be in this for the long haul. We have no idea, but what we do know is that we will not get another 3-0 blowout. No repeats of the last match. Yin has done his homework, and he brought it to class this time. Open book test. You may have it.
Yeah, well, I mean, this, again, is the run back from, this is the person who put you in the losers right before the upper bracket finals. So it's, you take that loss and you get information that you desperately need versus somebody of Rufus's caliber. And you come back so much stronger. And it's very clear here that Yin is coming back so much stronger. We've commended the neutral many a time from Yin, and it does nothing but continue to shine through.
Oh boy. Flirting again with the outside. This should be out. Yeah? No. Instead, just go for the unblockable near kill. Please get away from the edge. Please. Thank you. Anxiety rising. I'm not even playing it like my anxiety makes me feel like I'm playing. It's just too much. So, very solid closeout round there from Rufus. Again, not invincible. All right, these are your two most recent champions, with Rufus winning a couple in a row to start off 2021.
Ooh, finally caught pressing a button right there, and that was kind of a similar situation as before, and Rufus took that as information, right? In the last game, Rufus ran up and got hit, and now Rufus runs up and gets lethal hits.
Oh, it hurts so much. Oh my goodness, everything is working. Sliding right under. Oh, but wait a minute. This is not over. This life leads seemingly closer than it's looked.
Oh, no. And that's, no, not death. An unfortunate drop again for Rufus, but sidestepping just well enough to be able to put himself on game point.
Oh, now you go all out? I don't know, Maxie. You might want to turn up before this, buddy. It's not as simple when you're down, 2-1 and losers. If that's what happens in this round.
Gonna get the knockdown on that one. That's great damage for Yin, but Rufus with all that meter could change the tide real quick depending. Gets the launch on this.
Oh, wait a minute. Slowing down. Coming from behind. Try this. Another sample. You better believe it's coming. No, instead you're just gonna get the A's. Tried and true. Quick and safe. Very utility. Catch the steps. All that good stuff.
Kind of all Yin needed right there, and that's just the kind of player he is. Just going for the small stuff. But Rufus with the read on the vertical, gonna get the A6 lethal hit, get 2 more, and now the low is a lethal hit off of the drop kick. So you gotta be ready for that.
Oh, not quite. Thought he was just enough to get there, but this should be it. Oh, unfortunate. Just splat straight down, and everything Rufus is doing to launch him isn't quite getting him off the stage, but it is eating away at that health bar with relative ease, and that is now tournament point for Rufus, the Mad Dog, no longer on the porch. He's in the house, and he's letting you know.
That's kind of the hard part about fighting on ledge, right? Is like you are ready to block the launchers, and you are also trying to step and stuff. But then that opens you up to the opponent going for a lot of those horizontals to catch you stepping. And so you start to lose a lot of life, and it's like, well, the ring out's no longer a problem. I'm just going to die. That's kind of what happened.
And I think that's exactly what goes on in the minds of the attackers in those situations, right? It's like, okay, cool, sick. Like, I'm going to fish for it, but you know what? Oh, wait, I just hit this. Oh, this was pretty chunky. Oh, I got that. Okay. Maybe I don't need it anymore. And then you go for it, obviously. Real scummy. That's you gotta stay clean with the condition. But very, very low ring out opportunities here. We've seen a lot of mid-stage fighting. Tournament point for Rufus. The door can be closed. Does Yin have what it takes to continue the fight?
Well, I mean, he's got to have it. He doesn't have a choice at this point. So up against the legend already, Rufus with the aggression, and again, it's just back to business for Rufus. There has been very little playing with the food. Ace to interrupt right there, and then just continuing the pressure. Okay, bit of a mix-up there from Yin, just keeping it different. And yo,
yeah, I mean that's the thing. You got those. I mean, you have to lose the round for that because that's just you're doing things that are level 9,000 and. You do that, you're supposed to win. So Rufus was simply not impressed and saying, oh, I'm not having it. But there you go again, the third time's a charm. Yin's not gonna watch the ball. We saw that jump over earlier too, coming from Fanlee, but now this time Yin going to it as well. All right, how about I respond with the perfect? Ah, not quite. This could be trouble. You're near the ledge. Okay. Yeah, I like how you started breathing harder and then you let out the okay, because you knew exactly what was about to happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, all that work could have just washed away in the frozen sea over there, so. But no thanks, and Rufus making the comeback here, just pushing as much damage as possible, forcing the soul charge from Yin. And then, ooh, ducking under. And I mean, Yin is clearly learning as the fight goes on. I mean, we've seen a jump over on a couple of things, but now Rufus bringing new information to the table right there.
Can't block this. You can try it though. Stay out of possession stance on the wall. Big time trouble. Gets a splat. Is another one coming? Not quite, but that is massive damage. And the mix up. Leg check, head check. Bang, bang. Yo, Yin, talk to him. Talk to him nice.
I mean, a bar for Rufus right there, so that's at the very least staying alive. And I mean, Rufus, since, you know, he has the 2 games, it's not looking terrible. The Stalker to jump over, and oh, Yin committed an easy punish for Rufus. Soul Charge comes out, up against the ledge now.
Oh, you know exactly what he's fishing for here. Yeah, you gotta do something. You gotta get out of there while you can. Nice side steps. Can't quite get out as clean as he would like to, but picks up some damage along the way. And what turned into an escape plan flipped into an offensive slaughterhouse coming in from Rufus, and that is gonna be the round.
That was a beautiful pickup too. I cannot believe that conversion. And now Rufus on tournament point here.
Clock is ticking for Yin. What's he gonna do? Oh, wow. Hitbox, hurtbox interactions allowed them to both escape that sequence freely, which could have gotten ugly for either one of them. Oh my god, kick to the sky. It's going up, counter hit, open. Give me some of this health. Leave this place. I refuse.
Does not want to, well, I mean, wants to leave the wall at the very least. That's the one place you want to leave. Oh, the mid trying to push him back, and then if it's not towards the wall, I'm gonna try to push you towards the ledge. But the great timing right there,
done.
Up against the wall. No, can't get out because the wall actually saved Rufus. And now the mix up here, the throw gets tagged. Unfortunate for Yin, and now has to keep blocking this mix up. Basically, anything can kill Yin at this point, and Yin has to fight back with such a force. And there it is, finally a whip punish. Rufus stayed away and got it. Tournament champion Rufus.
Mad Dog, you know, nothing new. We're kind of out here. I thought for sure had that sequence lingered on anymore, Rufus was gonna run up and then shin kick every single time. But instead, the game was given to him when Yin whiffed, you know what I'm saying, the 6A plus B, and it was just an easy reaction with punish. And once again, the champ is here. Rufus, crown him, pay him, and we'll see you next month. But for now, let's see these replays and see how the Mad Dog was able to take the title as April's monthly champion.
I mean, the first game was pretty obvious. We remember every ring out possible just happened for Rufus. And I mean, it was one whiff, and that was basically it at all times, every time, right, for that first game. They got back to the stage, though. Remember that? And then it ended up actually being okay for for Yin. See, now I'm doing it.
That's all okay. It happens. Yeah, just a quick change of pace. I think they kind of realized that in Grand Finals they didn't want to play such a volatile style of caliber, right? Because when you start getting funky and constantly playing near the edges, we all know how disrespectful ring outs can be. You know, you see moves that you don't expect to ring them out, give you a hard bounce, or one where you just slip off the side. It's like there's a lot of work putting into all your decision making and the way you approach, or to be snatched away by a ring out would just be too much, way too much.
I mean, this is the moment right here. Unfortunately, because of how off-axis everything was, Yin could not perform a ring out at that moment, and that would have been a change of everything right now. We would not be watching replays. We would still be in the match.
Yeah, very, very, very easy punish in that situation for Rufus as we take one final look at the EU monthly final here for April. Rufus once again on top. Yin, very, very, very close performance. Just not enough in the end. Is going to go home with second place and $300. Fanlee Jr., you know, trying to make the markings of a Kingslayer. Took one down, had two to go. It was just an insurmountable task. You know, it's too much of an uphill battle to ask for anybody. Although he did steal the hearts of many and continues on as a fan favorite. Now, take a look at this upcoming schedule, man. You have MK11 Ultimate, the monthly finals, May 25th. All right, Blaze Blue cross tag, where you can definitely catch more of Ebonic. All right, and then more Soulcalibur, May 5th, which is today. You're watching that live. and June 2nd. So again, compete.playstation.com. Get into the groove. Enter every week. Earn your keep. And hopefully we see you in the next one.
Yeah, well, I mean, that may be the end of the European bracket here today, but that does not mean that is the end of the Soulcalibur action for the rest of the day, as we do have a North American bracket coming up. So if you guys had enjoyed the Soulcalibur that you saw today, there is more of it to come, so I implore you to stick around. Just a couple hours to go. You saw on the schedule right there. You got to do the time zone conversions, because unfortunately I'm not doing it for you. But yeah, it has been great for the EU side. It'll be great for the NA side. I implore you, so please do stick around. With that in mind, though, that's going to be it for us until the North American bracket shows up. So thank you guys. And yeah, again, keep it locked in onto PlayStation, and we will see you in just a little bit.
It's gonna get
Leave this place. What a blunder. Leave this place.
Oh no.
Bring it.
What?
PlayStation.
Let's cut right to it.
Right on cue. Speak it into existence and it shall be. Close your eyes. Don't get blinded by the light. Wolf, 2 touches, and there it is, tournament champion.